I'd theme my OnlyFans. That's why I'd get it. I'd be a dirty old pirate bloke, right?
Right.
And it would all be about how I was on the high seas and, you know, masturbating.
This is the Ktwc Comedy Podcast, featuring true crime, amazing events, conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and an array of weird and wonderful topics, all for your enjoyment. You're welcome.
And that proves that even people that you would trust with your life can, at some point, go fucking crazy.
One of the really famous ones is Welsh, as I found out from Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
One of the famous what?
One of the famous pirates is Welsh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
They're
Roberts,
English.
the Dread Pirate Roberts or something like that. I can't remember. Like,
They'll choose to be English in that case. To be British, sorry.
Yeah.
They never say I'm Welsh, they say I'm British.
Yeah, well, no. The thing is, he hated the British. He was all working with other people and stuff as well. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Back then, I just always assumed that I know Wales was a country, but I'd never really saw any references to it. So I just always assumed that anyone from there actually just referred himself as from Britain.
No. There's some people who get real hasty about that too. You know, there's a whole Welsh independence movement, just like a Scottish independence
Was that
movement.
like a racist party?
No. They want to become
like,
they want to become their own country. It's like, mate, don't get me wrong. I kind of understand Scotland. They've got access to things, like they've got a bit of sea and stuff like that. They can trade. Wales. What are you planning on doing?
Yeah, nothing.
They've got fuck all. They've got sheep and fish. That's all you've got.
And
It's too wet to grow crops.
surely that might help for a lot of these.
It rots the shit. It's just like it never dries.
Maybe there's lots of mushrooms there. That would make sense.
That would work.
There could be a lot of mushroom deposits. And I mean, obviously, legal mushrooms.
Legal mushrooms.
Yeah, like those ones you get. I don't know if there's any mushrooms. Yeah.
Lion's mane. That's one.
That sounds like a marijuana.
That's not. It should be.
Is that actually a mushroom?
It's actually a mushroom, yeah.
Lion's mane.
Yeah. It looks weird.
That proper sounds like either.
Imagine like a bulb with a load of like squibbly bits falling off of it, and that's kind of lion's mane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like a fig mane. That does.
It looks like it's melting. It's gross.
Ah, yeah. Because that's what I think when I think of lion manes. I think melting
I
mushroom.
think it's just all the weird strands it's made up of that sort of made them think of lion's mane. I'm not sure why. Fuck these people. Fuck these stupid illiterate savages who came up with these fucking names. Fuck them.
It literally sounds.
They aren't born in the 21st century. Fuck them, Carl.
Hopefully they're not.
No. It fucking shouldn't be. If we only found out about lion's mane this fucking year, that would be terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's been around for fucking ages, Carl. How blind are scientists?
I'd like to think they weren't always calling it lion's mane though. If a scientist discovered something and they turned around and said, what are you going to call it? And they were like, I shall call it lion's mane. I would question their actual intellectual ability.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you sure you found this? When you say you found it, did you go out looking for it? Did you just walk along, tripped over something? Like, look at what I have discovered.
You want it to be something noble, though, don't you? You don't want it to be something like, as I say, it just looks like a bulbous thing with a bunch of ropey jism on it. So
Well, you can't help but look.
yeah, if you don't want it to be called like child at a Catholic brunch, it's lion's mane.
If you found a new animal, be any kind of animal, what would you want it to be, and what would you call it? I think I'd like to find like a new centipede.
That'd be sweet. Centipede would be cool.
Actually, I've heard it tastes a bit more gristly than sweet.
You don't want to eat a centipede, Carl.
Oh, okay.
No one eats centipedes, Carl.
I love chicken legs.
Apart from that one stupid YouTuber who died of doing it.
Really?
Yeah. That actually happened.
Oh, God.
Some motherfucker was like, he had a spinning wheel behind him. It was on I Fucking Love Science. That was fucking creepy as shit.
Good kettle.
Yeah. But every time the spinner stopped, whatever it stopped on, he'd eat it. And one of the things, and one of the things he decided to have on there was fucking centipedes.
Venomous one.
Yeah, but this is the thing, like, he didn't realise they were that fucking deadly and poisonous, ate them, swallowed them, died on stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
And like in a nasty
crazy.
way as well, because it's vicious venom and poison.
Yeah, I know. You would hear that. Like, obviously, there's loads of centipedes. I'm assuming that aren't venomous. They're not all.
Yeah, not all of
So
them.
he just happened to pick a super venomous one. Like a fucking.
Like a
tard.
fucking tard, yes.
That is the epitome right there of why, hopefully, survival of the fittest is a true thing.
I don't think it is.
Survival of the smartest.
Survival of the fittest is long gone.
It's survival of the smartest now.
No, it's not.
Well, I
No,
just
it's
mean
not.
in the sense
No, it's
that
not, Carl.
that person isn't carrying on having children.
Yeah,
They're
but
an idiot and killed themselves in a
There
dumb way.
are so many families out there that are propped up on one smart person who makes like a shitload of money, and then all of their idiot family members just sort of
But-
make money based off
But
of the
in the same
association
DNA,
to
so
that.
they still, you know what I mean?
They have the option
DNA
later
friend,
on.
that family
They
can
don't get
make
me wrong.
another one.
Yeah, they can do later on, but so can every family. That's just genetic lottery,
Yeah,
right?
but maybe if it's,
But yeah,
there's
that's
some families that never make a smart person.
that's true.
though.
Yeah, but that's
assume.
again that's just genetic lottery. That's just because not everyone wins.
You've got certain things.
But
that
thanks
make
for playing
you
the
more-
game. You know, we need some stupid people.
Yeah, you got something to make it more. There's got to be something in people that where they're more likely to make a smart person.
Oh yeah. You got a higher chance
Yeah.
if you're both
I mean,
smart people.
both me and my brother, I'm not going to toot my own horn.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I am. What am I
Go ahead, go to it.
I'm a smart motherfucker. Can't help it.
Really?
My brother's smart. Yes.
Huh?
I don't like how you were so surprised by
I
that.
don't know what your
You're like, really? You're smart?
I don't know what your measurement is. Is it like IQ or is it like
IQ's logical
Yeah,
favour.
I haven't done IQ really.
I had
haven't done
high
an
IQ.
test.
High IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Then I smoked a lot of marijuana. And I'm afraid to take it again now.
I've never taken an IQ test. I'd like to take an IQ test.
It's all the logic-based ones I like that. Like, give me something that's about. I'm not great with numbers.
I'm not fantastic with numbers and like quickly, but
Yeah.
like give me the time and I'll figure it out.
I'm smart logically and smart emotionally.
I'm-
I've got the emotional intelligence as well.
Yeah.
But my brother, for example, though, he doesn't have the emotional intelligence. He's smart logically, I think. But like numbers anyway, though, he's a fucking beast.
Yeah. My
Fucking-
spatial
and-
reasoning is pretty good.
What's that?
That's your sort of spatial reasoning of like how things fit into spaces, and like I can hold a 3D image of something in my head and turn the 3D
I
image.
can do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
That's
a lot
like
of people can.
It helps, doesn't it, if you got that visual memory, like
Yeah,
kinetic memory.
exactly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it helps with pattern recognition, and it helps
Different
with
ways to learn. And
Yeah.
because I'm a visual learner.
yeah, same. It's like at work, I'm creating my own like PowerPoint presentation that's like has buttons, and you click onto the button, it takes you to the next thing, and it's got it laid out exactly how you do it. And by going through the process of creating this thing of how you do it, I learn how to do it. You know,
Yeah.
because I've laid it out logically in my
Yeah,
brain.
like a process map. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to look at things like a process map in my head anyway. Yeah. But I think as well, if you're a visual learner, it makes sense why when you do music, you may not be as passionate about it or something
Yeah.
because you don't think audibly. Like you're more keyed on to thinking visually.
That's the thing. Like music was always good for me. I loved playing music, but I always wanted to have the extra layer. It's like that's one of the reasons why. And I've decided I am going to not book any stand up for a bit.
Oh right.
I am just going to write the things that I need to get written, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
out of the fucking way, and I can
Yeah.
do stand up again.
I'm planning more to go to you. I'm going to focus on just doing stand up for a bit and not doing my own gigs, for example. Can't be asked with the ball like a bit at the moment.
Yeah, it's a fucking pain in the arse, and people don't fucking.
It's thankless, yeah. Most people don't appreciate it. Normally, people get to the gigs, the first thing they'll do is insult it or in a jokey way.
Yeah,
But
but even then, it's
still
like,
annoying.
and not only that, but it's always like, and I hate to say it, but sometimes people will be like, "Oh, this venue." It's like the venue have put you on.
Yeah,
They've opened up their doors to get these
and
comedians
insulting
in,
the venue.
and you're insulting the venue. Don't fucking insult the venue.
On stage as well.
Yeah, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah. That's one thing
Never
I
do
get
that.
is-
Never
yeah,
do that.
You can understand this, but like you're saying, it's like a respect thing. They're letting you.
Yeah,
come
they're
in,
letting you
don't
come in. Yeah,
Trash them down.
yeah.
You know.
Do you have something? Can I?
Oh yeah.
My arm is a bit fucked, so I've got to twist over.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like just been putting a lot more thought into my stand up more than anything and material again. I've been really trying to like figure out what I wanted to change about it. And there's certain things that I want to talk about now that I think about it. When I remember stuff as well, I've learned a new way of doing it, like rather than trying to remember a script almost, what I was doing before, and it was stressing me out.
Yeah,
And I think it wouldn't come out properly either then. Because I'm not trying to remember the words.
yeah.
Like, I'm going to do it as like bullet points, so I want to hit this
Yes,
point.
that's it.
I'll figure out how to get there.
Now, the reason why that's a good idea is I was listening to the Comedian podcast. I used to listen to it ages ago.
That sounds good.
Yeah, before I even started doing stand-up. And it's by a guy called Stuart Goldsmith. It's genuinely fucking brilliant material. If you want to learn how to do stand-up, listen to podcasts of comedians telling you how to do stand-up. That's the way you learn. That's what you want. But they had a guy on there called Nathan Parish, who's been around for a while. He's and he's really good actually. You know, fucking legitimately good stand-up. And one of the things he said is that when he started out, he wrote it word for word, and then after a while, he realised that the better thing was bullet points, because with the bullet point, you know what joke you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
And as you say, you're free to get there, which means you've got more improvisation around it. You learn how to do it, and then over time, you solidify it into what it needs to be that joke.
Yeah. A lot of it, like some of the bits, I already kind of know where I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. Yeah, like it will change. I feel like it will give the crowd something different each time too.
Yeah.
If they see more than one, like they come to see all the time, they'll see it slightly different each time.
Yeah.
And you got more chance to evolve as well.
That's why I always like to have
that's the thing then in that case.
I think the thing I like doing, and one of the things that slow me down, is I like to have 2 sets that I'm working on at a time. And I like to sort of go all the way around doing one set and sort of refining it, and then I'll go all the way around the second time of all the places doing the other set and refining it, and then I'll do the first set again all around the place.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's like it gives you that opportunity to go and do places twice with different material. But you're still creating new stuff, you know.
Oh, it is, you are. Yeah. And it's something different for the crowd as well, like you said. I think I kind of think a bit more like, rather than 2 separate sets, I usually have like, each time I'm doing something, I'll think like, okay, I'm going to do something here at the beginning that I know works, or like I've got certain bits that I use for the intro, so I'll use one of them, then I'll use something different or new in the middle or whatever, try something out.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? I've got like blocks, you know, in my head for the full set, so I'm like, I've got a couple of things here that can work in there, a couple of things that can work in that part.
See, the thing is, I can do that. I have bits that work in that way. Like there's the Scottish bit and various other bits, like the bit that comes after that. And
I love the Scottish bit.
Yeah.
Was it that and the other thing that was the closer? Or was it? I can't remember now. Or did you use it as a closer one?
Oh, I used that as a closer, and then there's another closer as well that I've used, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. The Harvey Weinstein one. That one I can throw in anywhere. It's like, you know, the synesthesia stuff. It's like
I vaguely remember.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil it here. But I can throw those bits about and I can mix it up and it works quite well. But where was my point? Oh no.
It is what legal cigarettes do.
It is. I can't remember what we were talking about initially. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. All of my stuff is like, it's really solid, like script stuff though. Like there's sections, so it would be like a 5-minute section or a 10-minute section. Yeah, and I've always sort of attacked it that way. It's like when I was talking to Dan Innes at one point.
Yeah.
On one of your podcasts while we were still doing it in lockdown. At the end of one of the shows, and he was going, "Oh yeah, you know, I usually take on a few bits of new material and a few bits of old material," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I just go on with all new the entire time." He's like, "I bet you do. You seem like that kind of person." Like, I go in.
Go on with new shit every time. I've heard that.
No. I get that, but I also see it in a different way, which is like people go like, "Oh well, you know, they're not necessarily going to like you." Who gives a shit?
Oh, fuck that.
I don't give a fuck. Like if I fucking bomb, that's fine, because I'm going to learn so much more from having done all of that new material in my head.
That's why I would say that. That's not why I would say, sorry, that you shouldn't do new material all the time. It's just because I say you need like a few times of doing it to give it a chance. You know what I mean? That's the only reason.
Oh yeah, not brand new. Like I always take new material, iterate upon it, and then
little bits and bobs as well. Yeah.
Because you like that's the thing that's why I need to sort of get all this other written stuff out of the way, is because it's taking up such a huge amount of space in my brain, and stand-up takes up an enormous amount of space in your brain for writing when you're trying to write it.
I'm lucky. I don't think so for me. I need to kind of make myself think about it more all the time. Like, I always remember to write down ideas, or suddenly think of something as a good way to do it. It'll just randomly come to me.
Burn my fucking head with smoke.
So I'll just pull my phone out at any time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to sit down and actually like. Right, I'm gonna sit down on the computer and write out bullet points. You know, that way.
Yeah. No, I never wrote it in that. That's the thing though, because the way I wrote it, as I always say, is always sort of while I'm out walking into a recorder, listen back to it, do it again.
Yeah.
And like that means I've got to hold all of it in my head for that entire time. And I know it sounds weird, but I think I've got a certain amount of RAM space available. And at the moment,
everyone does. That makes perfect sense.
And at the moment, like 50% of that RAM has been sat there for about a year.
It's hard drive or RAM?
RAM. So like random. I've got all the hard drive space because like there's so many projects I've got, Carl. Right, I'm gonna go through a list of vaguely all of the projects that I've got, and it's not gonna be all of them because there's too many.
Are you working on at the moment?
No, just ideas that I've got that I have worked on. That I've got chunks of like pages and pages of work. There's one which is a computer game where you play as a detective demon taking down Cthulhu monsters. While it's a Pokemon game, while you basically encapsulate demons and turn them into your pets, and then you can take them out and fight them against other people.
Sold.
You then get to do it with angels, and then at the end you get to do it with the Cthulhu monsters as well.
Wait, so doing it with angels seems a bit slavery.
Now here's the thing, right? Because
There's
there's you know with like in Pokemon it was elements. It was like fire, water, earth, and air. Right. This one it's
Rock.
angels, demons, fairies, and jinn.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to call them fairies anymore. That's not.
It's not that
correct.
kind of fairy.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's one project. Then there's the space Hitman one that I told you about the other day, where you
I like that one.
That's a good one. Then there's one where you're set. There's one when you're set inside a prison. That one's really detailed. I've got so much information on that. It's like an open world one, and each location you go to, you get a set of different objectives.
Open world one where you're in prison.
Yeah, it's like an open prison inside a desert.
Right?
Okay. And everyone's snuck guns in and stuff like that, and it's got a really weird group of cultists and stuff involved in it, and all that. It's fucking cool. Anyway, I'll go on from that one. Yeah. A
jungle part of the prison just seems cool.
Yeah. There's a space fighter game set in the same thing. There's another story about something called a galaxy engine, which is involved in another thing which is called Inheritance, where two guys inherit a spaceship and then go to Mars. There's another one.
If an engine's the size of I forgot what you said now.
Galaxy.
An engine's the size of a galaxy. I don't want to see that car.
The galaxy engine is a thing. The galaxy engine is a thing that was created by aliens so that they can turn our galaxy into a version of their universe because they survived the death of a universe and their universe was originally better than ours.
Well, it was better than theirs. The universe is still around there. Them aliens.
Then what else is there? There's one where it was called Monster Bash, which was a computer game, a co-op computer game, right? Where you all get into like a little town at the start of the match.
And a massive orgy ensues.
No. You've got to terrify and defeat the town as a group of co-op monsters.
Okay.
So you can pick from werewolves, demons, ghosts, things like that. Yeah.
Up there.
And the thing is, if you take all 4 ghosts, this is my favourite idea. If you take all 4 ghosts at the same time, you can all possess the same person, drag them in different directions, and rip them apart.
That's what ghosts should actually do.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see, now how cool is that as an idea for a game? And whoever gets the most scares wins at the end of the round and shit like that.
And when you pull them into 4 as well, or if you have 2 pulling one in half would work.
Yeah.
Then you can have like, like how you do like a wishbone.
Yeah.
The bigger end for good luck.
Yeah.
With them, they can do it, pull a person apart, and whichever one gets the dick, good luck.
Great idea. Yeah. There's also a zombie one as well. And so, like, you start off as one zombie, you eat another zombie, by the end you take over the entire town. There were different versions of each one. So there was a werewolf.
Zombies that eat zombies. That's
no,
weird.
the zombies eat the people, and then they turn into more zombies, and then you can control all of the zombies like a horde group. And, like, if you've got enough zombies, when you're running, you just go straight through doors. Because there's just enough of them to go wham straight through.
Yeah, you're kind of playing as the hive mind of the zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a few that I think have that kind of thing.
Exactly. Imagine it where you're playing as a bunch of zombies, your mate's playing as a werewolf, someone else is playing as an alien spawn, someone else is playing as a demon, and you're all fucking up a town. That's a great game, right? Yeah. That's just that doesn't even touch the surface. There's so many more, Carl. There's Wilford Melbourne. Oh, Wilford Melbourne.
That sounds like BBC Three sitcom to me.
Yeah, it's like it plays on the old sort of Jeeves and Wooster kind of thing. You know
I don't
Jeeves
know
and
what that is.
Wooster?
Nope.
Right, so Jeeves and Wooster was this thing
It sounds like
written by P.G. Woodhouse.
It sounds like someone you want to ask something about,
Yeah.
while at the same time having a tasty condiment.
Yeah, well, P.G. Woodhouse was a guy who wrote a load of books in the early 20s and 30s and things like that, right?
Okay.
And they were all about, like, they're all comedies about vaguely posh toffos doing vaguely posh toffo stupid shit and being stupid.
I don't know what toffo means, but I'm assuming posh person.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And one of these was Jeeves and Wooster. Now, Wooster is played in the TV version by Hugh Laurie, and Jeeves
Good
is
name.
played by Stephen Fry.
Another good name?
Yeah, fucking great series. Well worth your time. But like he created a whole load of stuff like that. And Jeeves and Wooster, like, so Bertie Wooster gets into all sorts of issues, and then Jeeves comes along and solves them all the time because he's Jeeves and he's fantastic, you know.
So Jeeves is the bad man.
No, Jeeves is the good man.
Oh, good man. Yeah, the Sherlock.
Yeah,
The one
yeah.
that swoops in, he's a
Swoops in
doctor.
and saves everything, but he
Yeah,
does
yeah.
it subtly underneath the surface. So all these toffs
Oh.
like fuck up, and then Jeeves just comes in and saves the day without them even realizing he's done it.
Okay.
Like he'll call the police on someone that has robbed them blind without them realizing that they've been
they've
robbed
been
blind.
robbed.
Yeah, like, you know.
Oh, it's like Batman.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's brilliant. But Will from Melbourne was based on that, and it was basically just this dickhead toff called Wilfred, who had lost all of his money from his inheritance and needed to get a job. And so he was going through all these various different types of job, but they were all
this is
just
one of your things.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
But they're all just rip-offs of different movies and series. So one time he wants to become a Ghostbuster, one time he wants to become a superhero, so he gets someone to commission him a Iron Man suit that's run on steam engine power. And then at the end of it,
knockoff film that kind of looks like that.
yeah. And he goes like, okay, so how much power does it produce? Well, it can lift about 4.2 tons. And how heavy is it? Well, 4.4 tons.
The flying thing.
Just, you know,
everything.
everything.
Where it's like you want to do that just to get to that.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, there's
to stand up.
that doesn't even finish it. I've got movie ideas. Like I need to get this shit out.
There's different. So I've got ideas,
Yeah.
but then like difference between ideas and like stuff you actively.
Yeah.
Making
And that's
stuff
where it turns from hard drive, which is all that shit, into the RAM.
Okay.
Now at the moment,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
yeah, at
Okay.
the moment the RAM
Yeah.
portion is being taken up half of it by PAMT because there's so much of that.
Post-apocalyptic
Metal
Metal
Treehouse
Treehouse.
available on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts.
Where we get your podcast?
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Holy shit!
I fucking know.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
And while you're there too, you can have a look at KD Comedy Inc. where you can get more episodes of this Children with Comedy podcast and also the In Your House Comedian podcast with a brand new episode that should be up now
Yeah.
when you're watching this,
Nice.
where I'm interviewing a illegal street artist.
Ooh.
You've met the fella.
I have. He's a good guy.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah.
Interview with Hula.
Yeah.
Hula Dula.
Hula.
I will have to blank out his face on the video version because naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
Naughty boy is.
Apparently, according to people.
Well, graffiti is bad
Yeah.
apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
How dare you make our place look beautiful? How dare you?
How dare you spray? Well, to be fair, I don't even know. I was about to say how dare you spray a privately owned building, but
Yeah.
they don't always do that. They
No.
use walls
Yeah.
and stuff.
But that's the thing as well. If it is just a dirty bit of wall and someone's made it look beautiful, what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
What's the problem with that, motherfucker?
It's really nice. So there's one tunnel like down the road from here.
Yeah.
Where they're constantly like they must really like the street artists because they do all their tags on the white walls in the thing.
Yeah.
And then like every couple of days I come back, paint it over for them, and make it black.
Oh,
again
that's
so they can-
beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they can just
I
tag
know.
it all over
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Oh.
It's so nice, isn't it?
That's so sweet.
Yeah. The fact that they do that for
Supporting
them.
the Ute.
Yeah. Well, I assume that's what's going on anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, and then there's like 25% of it is taken up by this new series that I want to write,
Yes.
which leaves only about 25% of it left for stand-up. Well, to do stand-up realistically, I need about 50% of my brain space to 75%. Because as I say, the way I write, I have it all in my head, and I just sort of keep remembering. And that's the way I do it as well. is if I forget something, then it wasn't funny enough to remember. Move on.
Yeah.
That's what I did as well when I
don't
started.
share that I forget everything. So
Yeah, no, that's that's the thing though. Like I
When
started.
I forget it, it's just that I forgot it.
Yeah.
That's all it means.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's bits later on where I do forget stuff, but when I start off, if I forget something, it's fine. I don't worry about it. It's not important. You just move on to the bit that worked. If you end up being a little bit under time, no one really cares because in the vast majority of the time, people are going overtime and pissing everyone else off. So if you get a little bit of a cut down set, get some laughs in the fuck off.
Okay,
Yeah. Then that's fine, you know.
Yeah. People prefer when it comes to like going on stage, it's better to like finish a bit earlier than
Finish a bit earlier and funnier.
Yeah.
Than sort of keep going on and forcing it, even though it's not working.
Funny, that's where I'm going wrong.
No, you're funny. Don't fucking do that, you son of a bitch.
I'm alright. I don't always get it out properly. That's the thing. I'm funny. Like I never have a gig. Well, very rarely have a gig where I don't get any laughs.
Yeah.
But I know I could be doing better because I'm funny in general with like just in myself.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm always like, I need to work on how to do this material again because I know I can do it better, kind of thing, you know.
I still think.
But I also think when I'm at the point that I'm imagining how to do that, I'll also then still keep thinking, that's good, but I can do better.
Yeah.
It just never ends.
Yeah, no, that's the little thing that every good artist should have. Because once you get to the point where you're an artist like, I'm brilliant, I can do no wrong. You're a shit artist now. Well done. Yeah. You are terrible.
Don't get me wrong, I am brilliant and I can do no wrong. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
that's the thing. You've still got that other voice. You've got to have them both. You know, it's like that. It's like that comedy drama mask thing. You know, where it's like comedy tragedy. One of them's like, the other's like,
oh yeah.
It's like you got to have both because if you don't, then you're gonna lean too far in one direction and go off axis.
Yeah, that's very true. I would consider I've got like a little ball in the middle of like pure self-confidence.
Yeah.
It's like around it, there's like, it's like surrounded by balls of anxiety, but like layers of anxiety and like worry, neurotics, I don't know all the names for those things. And in the middle, just that pure, raw, shiny piece of utter self-confidence.
Yeah.
I can just grab into when I need it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Basically when I'm naked and looking in the mirror.
Nothing gave me more.
Boy! Look at that!
I swear as well, if you want to fucking learn how to get through a job interview, do stand-up comedy. I haven't failed a job interview since I started doing stand-up.
I could understand that completely.
Every single one I've gone for, I have got.
I've never worried about job interviews. They are easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just got to be that bit theatrical.
Yeah. A little bit bigger, a little bit larger than life, not unbelievably larger than life. Yeah. Again, this is where the stand-up comes in. This is where the stand-up comes in again. You know, you got to be larger than life, but not too much, because then people are going to get annoyed with you. Yeah.
Got to be a dick, but not too much, or probably more. So you can be a dick, just not too much of a dick.
Yeah. You got to have a bit of overconfidence. You got to be like, I can handle this shit. You should be giving me this job instantly.
If you're going to threaten to murder someone, smile at the end of it.
Yeah. And the thing is, as jobs go, this one is a good job.
Kill you.
See?
Yeah. Sure, that was happiness then,
Yeah. The joy will happen. Yeah, no, but it's not a terrible job as jobs go.
What is your job again now?
I tune cars, yeah.
What?
I tune cars.
I thought you said I chew cars then.
No, I don't chew.
That's a little I know about cars. I generally thought you might have said I chew cars.
Who the fuck do you think I am, Chuck Norris?
Not that you actually chew them, just it might be
he chews Humvees like bubblegum.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that when he does a push-up, he's not actually pushing himself up, he pushes the earth away.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh, well, obviously it's true.
It's true, yeah.
I also heard Chuck Norris can't lie, so...
Yeah. And he said all this about himself, so...
Chuck Norris can't lie.
Solve for X.
Yeah. The timeline warps around him. Should we have a look at like my first...
Let's have a look at your first bit.
Yeah, could we do have a topic? We will have topics again, I think. Yeah. I kind of like having a topic.
I think it's one of those things, it's like, if we got topics, that's cool. If we just want to sit down and have a vibe, we'll sit down and have a vibe.
I just realised though, my topics are actually on that phone over there.
Oh no.
But I can remember the majority of them.
Yay!
I hadn't written that many down, so...
There you go.
The first one, because you don't need to write that many down, because it's about the person, what they did, and the fact that we haven't got a body,
Yeah.
So number uno. Actually, when I say that to you, what's the first one you think of?
What of people who died without?
Well, famous death, you know, but we don't know where the body is.
God damn it, my mind's gone blank. I
Wow.
keep thinking Steven Seagal, but that's just me being hopeful. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Talking about Steven Seagal last time.
I'd love it if he did turn up or didn't turn up dead. Either one. If he's dead at the end of it, it's fine.
That's like somebody saying I'm going to wake up dead.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I didn't turn up dead. Well, we don't know then.
I promise you would definitely not wake up dead. Though.
Yeah.
I can promise you all that.
Yeah.
No, so not Steven Seagal.
No.
Steven Seagal.
No.
And his amazing run. I hope I actually got to see that from last week.
Oh, it's so funny.
He runs like he's like properly like pooed himself,
He does.
but also like he's dislocated both his elbows. as
Yeah,
well.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like
The flail. What is the flail? Why does his... That's it as well. Like, you got it. Like, the central part of his body, like, wobbles sideways. Like, what? Yeah, why is that? Why does he involve, like, rotational motion of the fucking waist in his... Because he's not moving his arms like that. He's flailing them, so he's forcing it forward like that.
the way I could play it in my head now, I don't want to see it again because the way I remember it right now is better, I think.
I don't think it is. I think it's exactly the same. Because every time I go back and watch it, it's just as funny. Like, he looks like Kermit the Frog being fucking puppeted. That's what he looks like.
And how is that? Because you know someone like him, like he's obviously got a massive ego.
Huge ego.
So that means I wouldn't. Either he's looked at it and he thinks nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it, according to him. No.
Nobody around him has looked at it and said anything to him.
Yeah.
Because he is so like the ego on him is, you know, like if anyone told him, he'd sort it out.
Yeah.
Like, he'd fix it.
Or no, but is it actually that his ego's even bigger than that? And anytime anyone's told him that he runs weird, he's taken them off of the movie.
True.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
you
you just
saying I
wouldn't
run
believe it.
weird? Well, you're fired, motherfucker.
But maybe some of the people in his team as well keep him off like YouTube and stuff because they don't want them seeing the compilations.
Yeah.
And then if he realises it, maybe they're like, he'll go crazy.
Well, I think that's why in like most of his movies now, he just sits down. he doesn't really do.
Yeah.
Like there's so many movies where he's just sat at a table. Someone comes up to him, sort of puts a hand at him, and he just aikidos them to the floor, sat next to him. He's like, yeah, this makes me so cool because I don't even have to stand up to kick your ass. And everyone's just going, no, you're just a fat bastard who can't get up.
Oh god. I was going to say something and I went on my mind, so I was thinking I need a pen.
Yeah.
But is there a pen over there by you? Is that a pen?
Is there a fucking pen in this whole
pen?
goddamn universe? Where's the pen?
Oh god, it'd probably be on the floor more than anything. Or the pencil. Good enough.
That victory.
It's almost a pen.
Victory.
It's almost a pen. I'm gonna make notes as we go. Because I keep forgetting to make notes when I do it, you know. And it's one thing that is easier to do without a machine,
Yeah.
without technology.
Yeah.
Just getting a piece of paper,
Making a bit of a note.
making a bit of a note, because you're not hurting anyone then. Oh, you're hurting plants. But fuck them, they don't have feelings.
Yeah, but they grow
Steven
more trees and you're not gonna burn that book. So like,
Don't tell me what I'm gonna do.
well, don't burn the book, mate.
Maybe I want to burn the book.
You're gonna be a book burner.
Maybe I'm gonna be a book
Is that
burner.
who I'm in
I'll
the
finish
fucking
up on
room?
bars.
Is that? Oh, that's fair, right? Yeah. There's not much else to burn after that.
Exactly. Bars, books,
Yeah.
forest animals,
Yeah.
you know, squirrels,
Yeah.
your foxes,
Yeah.
your badgers.
Yeah. Working your way up to the deer.
Yeah, what do you go into?
Yeah.
You make
You don't want
fire.
to use them immediately, you know, because they're nice big chunks. You want to set fire easily with like a little
Yeah,
squirrel.
oh, of course, yeah.
And you want to build it up.
Yeah, it's not about wanting though. It's just
like-
about how you have to do
Well,
it.
exactly, you know, high fur content on a squirrel. You can set them on fire pretty easy.
And
you-
the little like hamster-looking ones, so you pop a cute little
Yeah,
things.
yeah. And then you chuck a few fucking badgers on there. They're nice and fluffy.
They become
too.
like firelighters.
Yeah.
You pop them in, like it goes in. Same with a frog. They're like a balloon.
Yeah,
You blow them up, obviously.
yeah.
Before
Obviously.
killing them. And then set them on fire, and you keep it in the belly.
Yeah. Turn into little lamps.
I was thinking that moment and we were doing that so much and I can't remember how we got into that at all.
No, I can't. We were talking about something.
Yeah, well, I remember that I was going to bring up my topic about people who died without a body. And then I asked you if you could think of anyone who died without a body.
And I just hoped it was Steven
And you
Seagal.
hoped it was Steven Seagal. And then we spent a lot of time talking about Steven Seagal.
And how much I don't like him. Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. We were both quite a fan of Steven Seagal, really.
Yeah, I think I will happily watch some of his ridiculous movies because they're so embarrassing for him.
Yeah, but all those films, like, and let's be honest, Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
He's just the best of the B movie action stars.
Yeah.
He was always just a B movie action.
Yeah, I've never even watched a Chuck Norris movie.
Oh, I have. I watched a series. I think he had more series. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, they probably had a lot of B movies as well.
Yeah.
He was probably busy most of the time, just going through the wilderness and discovering new civilizations that were lost to humanity. Going deep in the earth and fighting all the lizard people.
Yeah. He killed Godzilla.
Well, yeah.
That's what
Well, he didn't have to kill Godzilla. He looked at it and Godzilla killed himself.
That's why it's all digital now. Because the real one died when Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked him into the ground.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were trying to say the world has gone digital now because Chuck Norris killed Godzilla.
No, yeah, well, sort of. Like he killed all the monsters, mate. There's none of them left. You can't
Oh, that's
photograph
why-
real monsters anymore.
That's why we're able to build buildings and that now because
Yeah.
Chuck Norris killed all the monsters.
Yeah.
We went back in time.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
killed all the fucking monsters.
It wasn't actually an asteroid that hit the Earth and killed the dinosaurs.
No.
It was Chuck Norris punching the ground.
Yeah. Learn your fucking science, mate. Come on.
I'm letting the people
Yeah, of
know.
course.
We're here to entertain. Oh, entertain. Not just entertain, sorry.
To inform and
To
entertain.
inform and educate. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for. Inform, educate,
And entertain.
Maybe entertain.
That's our project.
Inform, educate, entertain if you've got time.
Yeah.
That's the order, I think.
Yeah. Right, anyway, let's get on to a topic that's actually a topic. As opposed to random bullshittery.
Well, I've already put up the topic.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just didn't come up with a name yet.
No. Right, so who's dead?
So let me tell you also, the other topic I was going to do,
Yeah.
which we can still get to if you prefer,
Yeah.
is just stupid conspiracies in general.
Oh, we've done that a few times. That's
I
fine.
feel, yeah, and I kind of like going into these stupid conspiracies.
Yeah, there's
as
some
well, figuring out
seriously
why.
stupid conspiracies.
Like lizard people,
Yeah.
very dumb.
Yeah.
But this, okay, so people who have died, but there is no body.
Okay.
So, you thought of anyone else other than Steven Seagal, or would you like me to name one?
Nah, go on.
Okay. Which one should I do first? Okay. For example, Mr. Hitler. Many
Did Hitler
people-
end up going to Antarctica? Did he make a fucking Nazi base?
Wait, Argentina.
No, both.
Out of the
I've heard
choice.
both. There's Argentina, and there's also that there was a Nazi ice base.
Really?
And,
Oh, yeah, I heard the Nazi ice base.
Yeah, and that's where Hitler is.
But wasn't that taken? I think that was taken over.
They went to
eventually.
Argentina first, and then they went to the Nazi, the secret
that.
Nazi ice base that no one knows about.
Imagine being one of the people there with Hitler going down to Argentina and be like, oh, this is beautiful, yeah.
This is wonderful.
Oh, it's so nice.
Okay, quickly, turn the card. What?
We're going to Iceland.
Why are we going to the fishing place? It is really nice and tropical down here. Look, I have a margarita.
Bollywood? No.
Hans has a pina colada.
Barley and Coke.
And look, over there, France is having a sex on the beach. Why the fuck do you want us to leave this paradise? Go out to somewhere where it's really cold, and we'll freeze our balls off, yeah?
Such a good accent. I really enjoy
I want to
that.
fucking make that movie.
That'd be a ball, like, man. You get there and you just find out you're going to Antarctica.
Yeah. Oh, this is bullshit, yeah?
Further down, isn't it?
Why the fuck are we doing here? Why even take us here at first, just to show us the things that we cannot have?
Where
I will never see a beach again. Just fucking polar bears.
Where is Argentina?
Argentina's sort of it's not like South America, but it's in the southern part of America, like of the American continent, I should say.
Yeah. I'm going to get a map because I like to know my geography. And you'll help me.
I think it's a bit further up than Brazil. I'm not sure.
Oh, Google Maps.
Argentina.
You know, I'm already tired of looking for this.
They shot at us in the Falklands, Argentina.
Wait, whoa. Who shot at us now?
We had a war with Argentina, you know.
I don't want to hear about this.
That was the Falklands, mate. That's what the Falklands.
You know, I hear the Falklands, and I always think to myself that that's. Oh, it's not even what I think.
That was Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, no. That was like 80s, mate.
Oh, that makes so much more sense in that case then.
Yeah.
Like, because I really do think of it like that.
Yeah, no.
But okay, I mean, because I've heard like things that
They recommissioned some fucking old battleships for it though.
Yeah.
Like one of the most recent actual naval sinkings happened there because they sank an Argentinian battleship. Or was it a battleship? No, it wasn't a battleship. It was a cruiser or something.
I don't know. Last time I was there, they definitely did sink my battleship.
But yeah, it's somewhere near Brazil.
Oh yeah, so it's somewhere like here.
Around there.
Oh yeah, Argentina, there it is.
Oh, it's South
the
America.
proper bottom. They're fucking warm down there, anyway, I imagine.
It's not that warm. I mean, it's pretty close to like Canada stuff. Like up
That's
near
true,
the Brazil
actually,
area, that would be nice and warmish.
That's a good point when you look at it. I suppose it's because of the size of the continent.
But that's the reason, because
Size of the thing.
like the Falklands is not that far away from them.
Where is the Falklands? Do you know
Somewhere
what
in
area?
that little gap between Brazil and Africa, I think.
Oh, here somewhere.
Somewhere around there.
That's yeah. For ages, I think I told you
Yeah.
this before. I thought Africa was a country, not a continent.
Yeah.
So long, and that's why it explained why all these countries kept popping up on game shows as answers. I had no idea where they were.
Yeah.
'Cause they were in Africa.
Yeah.
Here's the Falklands. Yeah.
But yeah, they tried to take it, and they said first, it was
tried to
ours
take it.
first, and we owned it, and then you took it, and it's like, yeah, because we owned it before you, and you took it from us, and then we took
Jesus
it back,
Christ.
motherfucker. So no, you don't
Like,
get
it's
to have it.
mine.
And also, all the people on the Falklands Islands were like, yeah, no, we'd much rather stay British, thanks. What with us all being British. And having been this way for years, and also you guys kind of suck.
Yeah, I can't imagine, from what I've heard, Argentina's government having more money than Britain's.
They're not a financial powerhouse.
No, that's not what I've heard about Argentina.
They're doing quite well now, actually. They're starting to bounce back because all of that sort of area is starting to have a pretty big boom.
Argentina's a place where they have like the hand of God in that. The football thing. The person who Maradona, who ran up like in the one World Cup,
Ran up like that, yeah.
Ran up just like this.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that.
Just
And
like
the
that.
ball came, and rather than heading it, he was like, ugh! In with his hand, went in, and they won. They made a course about him anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the church
Oh,
based
cool.
on it. But yeah, so Argentina, that's where the Nazis went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but do you know about like that with Hitler? About his body and that, like they had a body apparently that went to the Russians after he was shot himself.
Well, that's the thing. He shot himself, and then the corpses were burned. Him, his wife, and his dog.
Well, they say that, but didn't Russia say that they had his body for ages?
Yeah, but
Russians
it
had
was
the
still
body.
set fire to.
Well, that was never his body though.
They don't know that. That's not confirmed. That's the way the conspiracy theory comes.
Well, the Russian one.
No. The fact is that when the Nazi soldiers had found out that they'd shot themselves, their instruction was to set fire to the bodies, which is what they did.
Oh, but wasn't it? It was like
They weren't. They couldn't confirm the face or anything like that. It was just from dental records because they were burned.
Oh, I thought for some reason that it was like a case of, you know, like say we was going through that door and Hitler and whatever her name was,
Ava Braun.
that lady,
Yeah.
on the other side. No, it was a case of as they were trying to get in the door, they shut themselves in.
No. It was planned. It was pre-planned.
Oh, okay.
They shot the dog. He shot Ava Braun. Then he shot himself.
I remember hearing that he shot his dog as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I didn't like.
And then
that.
they set fire to them. They set fire to the bodies.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise there was that much time in between, you know, them
Yeah.
killing themselves. And
Well,
then-
they knew they were fucked. They knew they
So-
were fucked.
Okay, yeah, so you can see how the conspiracy comes in, and in the fact that they didn't have a body, hence why you'd be like, well, was Hitler even dead?
They did have a body. It's just it was literally a charred
Thing. Yeah,
mess.
it was hard to look at it and say whether it was definitely Hitler.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
not.
There's no skin really. There's no facial features.
Well,
there's no hair. It's just burnt.
That makes sense then, because I know that the thing that Russia had anyway, the one DNA test that was eventually done on it.
Yeah.
Because other like countries tried to get them to do DNA tests on it for ages. I
Yeah,
think after all the conspiracies, or for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And eventually, they had one done, and it turned out it was a woman.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was, Your smoky smokes are very nice. I am very high already.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always do like being high.
I don't funge about.
You don't fund your page.
I don't funge about.
You do not.
I've never funged.
Let me see where to cut this off, because I need to edit this bit out then.
Well, I'm going to do the
bit.
wrong.
Okay, do you want to, shall we pause it for that then?
Yeah.
Okay. 48, pause, / cut for bud / rolling. Bang it. Pause that, bum bum. Yeah, I heard that noise as well. I was definitely there. To be fair, yeah, we're already midway through it anyway. So anyone watching still now, they're already in it. Like, you're already... Oh, I'm already done.
We're in.
Shut up, Cole.
Scoobity bop. Ow! Skip bibbity wow.
Hurt my hand.
Ooh,
That really hurt my hand.
that's not good.
It's not good, Frankie.
Yeah.
That's how you care for people.
I am anti-hurting people and indeed themselves.
You're anti themselves.
I'm anti them hurting themselves.
Oh, I see. I'm just anti-people myself.
I thought you were going to say anti-penis there. I'm like, no, I know for a fact that's not true, Cole.
Was that like...
I happen to know you own a penis.
I do.
And I happen to know you're quite proud of it.
I am. I'm always proud of like those little trophies you have.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not like little trophies.
Like Kinder Surprise.
Yeah, exactly. You eat the chocolate.
What's it this time? Stegosaurus.
Woo! Penis!
Hey!
You get all the ingredients, put them in a bowl, mix the fuck out of them, and what do you get? Penis! I can't remember what that was from. I've heard that or something.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something again then I was going to say, and you made me forget what it was by thinking
It's
about...
too funny, Carl. It's not our fault.
But that's exactly what it is. I can't remember
We
where
can't
we're
be
going.
expected to remember things.
Because we're
Comedy
going...
is fleeting.
Yeah, we're going down a memory road, or mind road
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where we go, because every corner, every gate we go through, it's
Yeah.
funny town.
Yeah.
Every single one.
How much time do you
Funnyville.
spend laughing? Huh? Nowhere near as much as we do on this podcast.
And
But you can be with us.
in Laughter Lane.
Yeah. Laughter Lane.
In
Ha
ha! Asshole Avenue. That sounds pornographic, actually.
Butt Chungus.
That's-
Drive.
That sounds like some kind of viral infection.
I got the butt chungus.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It sounds like a STD that you don't get through sex.
Yeah.
Like, it's the level of an STD. Like, everything it affects is sexually orientated.
Yeah.
But you just get it.
You just get it.
So when people hear you got it, you're like, oh, you STD.
Oh. What are you doing
You
with the butt
dirty
chungus?
person.
You dirty bastard.
Yeah, you dirty birdie. Because trust me, if you have an STD, people will respond to it as if you just told them that you brush your hair with shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're the human equivalent of scum.
Yeah.
The kind of thing you find on a paddling pool that's been left out for too long.
Like, I'll take a piss in the toilet and then drink toilet water.
Yeah.
It's like I told them that.
Yeah.
Not that I had sexual intercourse with a lady.
When in fact the truth is you're just weeing and it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, where the hell do you think the Kings of Leon got the name of that song from?
Oh, your sex is on fire. It's because my dick's burning.
Oh, not that song.
Oh.
What would you think that one?
I'm sorry.
It was that one. It would have been better if I could have thought of absolutely
Any other King of
any
Leon.
other
Yeah.
Queens of the
I hate fucking.
No
King
one
of Leon.
knows.
That's Queens of the
Oh
Stone
yeah,
Age.
yeah. I thought that's what we were talking about then. Fuck.
No.
So, yeah, I really don't know any other.
I like Queens of the Stone Age. I don't like fucking.
See, they're easy to forget their name as well.
Yeah,
See?
Jesus.
That's not just
Kings
when
of
you're high.
Leon. Kings of Leon.
That's not just when you're high, but that's just in life.
That's just in life. It's hard to remember the Kings of Leon.
There's certain things that your brain hears and just wants to get rid of.
Yeah, immediately remove.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a cancerous cyst. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bit harder to get rid of the Ktwc cyst on its own, but it's easier to get rid of Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
Especially when you smoke, that's why we do.
Uh-huh.
To push the bad stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that sounds quite deep, actually. Like yeah,
Oh dear.
Fucking philosopher, did you know?
Philosophizing. Back and forth.
You can find me here anytime, but you know who you can't find? Hitler, because we don't know where his body is.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Was he in Argentina?
Fucking segue.
Do you know, Carl?
I don't think so.
Did you find out?
I do not think so, but I tell you one thing.
Did you crack it, Carl?
In all seriousness, I don't think he would have ever been in Argentina. I think it's silly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know, actually. Thinking about it. Something else. The fact that I know that the body that they make out they do have
Yeah.
in the body that's in Russia that they said was Hitler, they did a test on it,
Yeah.
and it was a lady. The one test that they managed to do,
Oh.
they found out it was a lady.
Ooh.
So it's definitely not Hitler, that one. So there's every chance that, I reckon it was just one of the other bodies that just got lost or something.
Yeah.
But actually, there's every chance that
But
it
if
could
he
have
puts
been,
a fucking
he could have
beard
run off
on,
somewhere.
if he puts a beard on and shaves,
It's
I'm
a
not
weird
even.
way- I know, but it's such
I'm
a
not
weird
even.
way to
I
put
know.
it.
I know. It's
If
such
he puts
a.
on a beard and then shaves.
No, it shaves his head off. You know, it shaves the hair off his head.
Oh.
And has a
okay.
beard, right?
Okay, makes
Has a
more
fucking
sense.
proper beard.
Gets rid of that tash though.
How? Yeah, exactly. And has a fucking proper beard and shaves his head. Are you gonna recognise Hitler?
No?
Never in a million years.
To be fair,
I
Hitler-
reckon that was his plan. I
Yeah,
reckon
yeah.
that was it all along. Have a really, really obvious, sustained look that everyone recognises for years, so that if you ever have to ditch out,
Yeah.
you can just look like
Yeah.
someone completely different and
And
no one
Boris
will
is doing
even
the same
think
thing.
it's you.
Boris doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a mohawk when he goes.
Yeah, he's gonna go full on spiky with it.
To be fair though, if you're Hitler and everyone thinks Hitler's dead,
Yeah.
then you could just walk around as Hitler and people they'll never think you're actually
You're like,
Hitler.
wow, what are you wearing that toothbrush mustache for, you fucking creep?
Yeah, he could get rid of the moustache maybe,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because that's a bit on.
There's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah.
Isn't that a name for a moustache as well? Or no?
Oh, it's a
I moustache you a question.
tash.
I must.
A
I'm
mustache.
sorry, but I moustache.
A mustache, if you only have a mustache. Have you ever seen that?
No, but I feel sorry for people that only have a moustache.
It's in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, I have seen that film.
Yeah, that song.
Another thing that you try to push out your mind as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
I know, I like that film.
Yeah.
No, but you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real song. That was really made.
I know you sang it.
Yeah, and
I
no,
heard
but
it.
that was really not by them. They didn't
Oh,
write
that
it.
already existed.
That existed back in those times. It
Oh.
was written by someone
Oh, really?
with a mustache.
Oh, okay. That's amazing.
And they were
in
like,
that
oh,
case.
we don't even need to write something as a joke. This is a bigger
this
joke
works.
than anything we could do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
God knows what people say, you know, a lot of the time.
Say the word mustache. Sorry.
God knows what people say that fact is usually stupider than fiction.
Yeah.
Like there's so many stories like about films that have been made about like true life.
Yeah.
And they've had to cut bits out
Yeah.
because they're not believable enough.
Yes, mate. This shit, no one would believe this shit. Motherfucker flipped a car.
That's amazing that when you think about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's a great though. But Hitler then, yeah. So that's interesting though. We don't. That's just it, though. We don't know where his
That is a
body
conspiracy that I
He
could
hasn't
buy
got a
into.
body.
I could legit buy into that conspiracy. Hitler wouldn't be alive today.
No,
There's no
no.
reason at all that Hitler wouldn't have been able to sneak his ass out.
Yeah, considering there was camps and like full areas of like open Nazis in Donetsk.
Yeah.
That's not a conspiracy. That's just a thing.
Yeah, and they had numerous planes flying about all the place. They had secret tunnels. They had trains.
I never knew that there was that much time in between them killing themselves and then having time to like burn their bodies before the thingy came.
Yeah.
I didn't know about any of that.
You know there was Hitler's personal train carriage. Hitler had a personal train carriage.
Yeah.
Right. With a personal train that pulled him as well, with multiple guards, AA cannons, stuff like that, decked out to the fucking nines. And I'm pretty sure, because I watched this in a documentary, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was used after Hitler's death because it was just a really nice carriage and the company owned it and they just used it for other people.
Ah, why not? Yeah, man.
And the Beatles used it at one point.
That was...
The Beatles
That
were
was
in
spectacular,
Hitler's rail car.
Even more interesting,
Is it
actually.
me
The
or can you
Beatles...
feel someone's hands on your back and it feels kind of like he's a racist bastard?
Kanye? Did you see him on Alex Jones's podcast thing? I don't know where it's on.
I haven't seen any of it. I've just seen the fallout from it, and it's.
I've seen bits of that. I've seen little bits of it that they're showing on other things because it's not on YouTube.
I find it funny that
might be on Rumble, maybe.
I find it funny that Alex Jones is always talking about, like media trying to distract people from the real things, and then he's talking to Kanye West in a fucking interview. I know it's because he sort of vaguely had similar ideas, but like. He can't have, initially he must have thought, I'll bring him on because he seems like he's sort of going down a similar path of
and he's a good name. He's a good name
to have on. And then all of a sudden he gets that interview and there's Alex Jones going, I don't know if I agree with you then. I think about the Jewish people. But...
That was exactly what the one thing to say.
Like, you're too fucking right-wing and anti-Semitic for Alex fucking Jones.
I wouldn't say Alex Jones.
I don't think he's anti-Semitic at all. He is. He's right. He's more right than he is left.
He's somebody that gets confused which is which, as I remember.
He does, yeah, but he's...
which is right.
Yeah, but he is...
No, I mean, which is right.
Right is more authoritarian and sort of pro-police and pro sort of...
yeah, he is definitely more pro-police.
Anti-drugs and stuff like that,
He's not anti-drugs. He loves his drugs and alcohol.
This is where he has the sort of opposite side because he's more in the libertarian route, which is still to the right, but it's not quite as far right because it's more sort of the government should have no say or no control over anyone's lives.
Yeah, he's more that. Yeah, so that's more libertarian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's just different kinds of right then, but less so the extremist right until you listen to him saying the stuff.
Libertarian is more central than it is right in a lot of ways, but it's still it relies entirely on the goodness of corporations, which I don't think is something that really exists.
No, I don't think that exists. No. There's some.
Yeah.
But it's more
eventually
so
someone will get a monopoly and then they'll start fucking you for the money.
But I was going to say it's more that good is just a byproduct more than anything of whatever money they're making.
Yeah.
Not normally that they're specifically trying to. And the companies that do actually are about charity are normally stealing money in some way.
Yeah, almost certainly.
I say normally, it just happens a lot. Not normally.
It's the same thing with any fucking people as well. Like,
it's the people.
If someone is pretending to be incredibly fucking noble and perfect, they are almost always the most fucked up person in the room. Every single time without fail. Because they are trying so hard to distract you from what is going on inside them that they're trying to deflect you with this perfectly bubbly, perfect personality on the outside. And I don't buy it. I see you motherfuckers. I see you and I see what you're fucking doing.
How did you manage to see through my mask?
No,
Oh my damn.
that's the
I
beautiful
thought
thing.
I was hiding it so well.
This is one of the things I want to do a stand-up bit on at some point. It's like, I love weird people because weird people wear their weirdness on their
Yeah,
shoulder,
yeah.
and you know exactly where you stand with them.
I completely agree.
You know?
Don't know why you brought that up when we were talking about me.
No,
but okay,
not
okay.
no.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
I think
Let's
anyone
check
who
on
does
that.
stand-up comedy is fucking weird
Yeah,
to
I
a
totally
certain
agree.
extent.
We all are. Putting yourself through that in general is weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
That's a legit thing, man. It's not easy.
The amount of people who come up to you and say, "Oh, I don't think I could ever do that." That's because it's weird. Like, it's
and
a weird
even
thing.
getting over that is one thing, though.
Yeah.
When you go through getting like a bad run of gigs or something,
Yeah.
or somebody gets in your ear.
Yeah, and
You
you
know.
suddenly get to the point that I can't do this anymore. I can't do this
If
anymore.
you start doing well, sometimes people get in your ear because they want the spot. That happens.
I got
competitive.
some
like
people.
wrestling.
Some people get in my ear occasionally. You know.
It happens to us all.
Yeah.
You just got to be aware of it and just kind of get past it. But a lot of people that get in your ear are getting in your ear for good ways too.
Yeah.
To be fair, they are plentiful.
I've had more compliments than I've had, dejections.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a positive sign.
Yeah. I don't get that many compliments. No, I normally get like a white and ass. Yeah.
People get a compliment, yeah.
No, I do. To be fair, like in that kind of sense, I just also, I don't know. I think people are unsure as well with me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Probably because of audio. Probably because I do come across as a dick sometimes. I don't mind it though.
Yeah, that's part of your vibe.
Yeah,
At this
yeah.
point, innit? It's definitely going to draw, crowds in of a certain variety. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Do you know? No, fuck that. No, I don't even mean that. Like, there's there's always room for a bad boy of comedy.
Oh yeah.
There's always room for it.
No, I know what you mean.
I'm not even joking.
Forgot to fucking turn the recording back
Oh,
on.
that's alright. But like, because there's been a thing for ages, like the bad boys of music,
Yeah.
And it didn't start with, but a big guy in the formation of what it is now was Alice Cooper. Because he genuinely saw all of these bands around, like the Rolling Stones and fucking, Beatles and all that, and they were all squeaky clean. Well, they were doing drugs and stuff, but they were happy, lovely stuff. And he was like, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna be the fucking nasty, dirty,
Grungy.
bastard, grungy, I'm gonna cut my own head off on stage, I'm gonna pour blood on stage, I'm gonna do all these kinds of nasty fucking acts, I'm gonna be the bad boy.
I would eat a bat, but Ozzy got there first.
Yeah. But it worked. It
yeah.
fucking worked. And then that did eventually make its way into comedy to a certain extent, in the form of like, what's his face? Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that's a thing. Like, it doesn't have to
Oh
be
yeah, definitely.
that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But bad boy energy is a vibe.
Being
Being a bit of a dick.
Yeah. That's true. That's one thing I notice a lot with like looking at comics, like when you see them doing like bits or something outside or skits.
Yeah.
It's generally when you break it down, and like you said, because when you started out, you studied comics in general. It is literally just them being a dick in situations and just saying stuff you shouldn't say.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the thing about comedy. Is a lot of it is just. I never would actually say this, but I wanted to say so and so. So.
And the one who.
I will create a universe in which this happens. Yeah.
You know, the worst thing is, I'm smoking this, and I can't remember for sure if I put bud in this.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
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 That also shows how bad I am at tasting it. And you get that throat ticket, it's like, am I getting that throat ticket from Bud or just because I don't like back it that much on its own?
It's hard to tell, innit?
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
When you smoke too much as well. So Hitler then.
Hitler.
That's the one struck down, nobody, confirmed.
Yeah.
Enough. Because we decided it was confirmed.
Yeah.
So it's confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Next up, not on the chopping block,
Yeah.
because we have nobody.
Nobody.
This is an especially ridiculous one in my opinion, and you'll understand why as soon as I say her name.
Okay.
Bob. No, someone Bin Laden.
There's no body of a son. Oh yeah, because they threw him into the sea.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
they?
the official story was they went and got him from wherever,
Yeah.
brought him out, and then didn't they? Yeah, they shot him on the way or shot him in the helicopter, I think, and then dumped
Oh, I
him.
think they shot him there. I think that was the.
Yeah, I can't remember which way, but either way, on the way back over the sea on the on the helicopter, they dumped him in the ocean.
Yeah.
If I'd taken a photo,
And they were like, yeah, we're not
the
going
most wanted terrorist in the world, probably ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there is supposedly a photo of him shot somewhere.
I haven't seen it. Have you?
No, but the thing is, it's like that's easily doctored. Like you can't.
Yeah,
what
but
you
still.
needed, you needed a photograph, a video of like we have got this body. Here's the body. Here's the autopsy. Here's the examination. Yes, it's Bin Laden. Confirmed. Now throw him off the fucking side of the ship. You know.
Yeah. It wasn't even a ship. It was a helicopter.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Just the fact that
I think the way they said it as well is like, well, we don't want them to have any one place to go to.
Yeah,
so
which is
can't have
dumb.
a shrine to
Did
him.
never say where he is.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us ever expected to be told where his grave would be. I don't think any of us expected him to have a grave.
No.
Cremate him.
Yeah.
Even if it, I mean, people might say, yeah, but that goes against his religion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure getting shot and getting dumped out of a helicopter probably goes against his religion.
Why
and
not
secondly, who cares?
Go medieval. Behead him. Take that home. Wasn't it during Obama? Obama was just like, I have a thing to show you all. It is the head of Osama bin Laden.
Wow.
For you today.
Thank
Check it
you,
out.
Mr. Bin Laden. That is a good person. I mean, Mr. Obama. What's your name again, sir?
Osama bin Laden. No.
That's the head.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. That's it.
That's the one.
It's very hard to say those two names.
Look at this head.
That's an amazing head.
How cool is that head?
Very cool. Thank you for the head, Barack Obama.
I love it. How cool is this head?
I got a question for you, though, Barack.
Yeah.
One thing that would have been better that you could have done, although I don't think you was in power at the time, but one thing you could have done if you were in power. No, you were in power.
I was.
You were in power, and well done you.
Okay.
But what you could have done was take the body and then bury it somewhere, give it a burial, tell everyone where it is, because then the people that come to mourn at it, that are all sad, are going to be the people you probably want to arrest, because they're terrorists too, surely.
That's called entrapment.
Yeah, do you damn straight it is? CIA do that all the time?
We as Americans are innocent until proven guilty.
Bullshit. You may say that, but they're not. We can say all the fun, sexy sounding phrases we want. Doesn't make them true.
You can be
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
You can also be held in some state prisons for like weeks on end before you even go to actual trial in jail.
Ah.
Like.
Oh right, yeah.
A bit.
Well, it's not even weeks. It's like fucking months and months.
Yeah.
Fucking, that can take like I feel like with COVID and stuff especially, I heard like it taking years and that.
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking
just sitting there waiting for a trial. Yeah.
No trial, not allowed out.
Yes, but that's only if your parole gets like denied. And it's normally you have to do something bad for that.
You have to
happen.
do something horrific.
I wouldn't say horrific.
Quite bad.
Something that they likely think you're going to do again, and it's quite bad if you do.
Or your flight risk as well.
Or that, yeah. I mean, I don't know how they can really quantify that, because I would look at everyone and think,
that's a flight risk.
That's a flight risk.
Yeah, they want out of here. I can tell you motherfuckers want out of this place.
Yeah, it's like, you're going somewhere for 20 years. Like, how can you think any person won't want to just run away in that moment?
Yeah.
I would.
I wouldn't want to work there for 20 years. I wouldn't want to work there for a week.
Work there?
Yeah. That's the thing, you'd be being paid to go to prison and look after these. I don't want to fucking do that.
I wouldn't want to do that at all, because I think that's probably more dangerous than being in prison.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. It sounds
yeah.
I actually applied at one point when I was desperate for jobs for one of those positions, and they bit my arm off for an interview. I was like, that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Yeah.
You can always tell that with a job. It was like, we
Very
really
true.
want you right away, right as soon as you can. It's like, okay, something's wrong with your setup.
Yeah, but a lot of turnover. Why? Is that people leaving or people leaving?
Yeah.
You know, are they leaving in a car or are they leaving in a car?
Yeah.
Are they going home and getting a takeaway that's in a box?
Yeah.
Or are they going home in a box?
Yeah. Because I don't want to find out.
Huh?
I don't want to find out.
You don't want to find out?
No, I'll get a different job, mate.
Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah.
Did you forget where we'd started?
Little bit. I was just going down the road and hoping I'd find my way back.
Yeah. Don't worry, I found the button.
You found it. There was a sign somewhere. That's all I was expecting.
I've got such an itchy fucking eye right now. Oh my god.
Fingers, you got backy eyes and backy fingers. Yeah, my sleep's been messed up over the last few days again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now I'm high. I'm just forgetting stuff as I go constantly. So I've been doing that a lot today.
Yeah.
I mean, in this podcast, trying to remember where we were while I was in the middle of a sentence.
Speaking of where we were, who the fuck were we talking about?
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden, yeah.
Like, the fact that they didn't do that they wouldn't take a photo.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's like
I know
footage and
the
autopsy, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Anything. If you're gonna, and why, it just makes no sense. The story of these soldiers just decided to
Fuck.
dump him out.
Fuck, you having a problem?
So first of all, who gave this group of soldiers the clearance, or the what's it called?
The permission.
The permission,
The go ahead.
to go ahead to do it, or if not to go ahead, like gave them the
orders.
the right to decide themselves whether to do it or not.
Yeah.
You could say that, or at the same time, if they didn't, who gave them the orders?
The authority.
The authority,
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for. Yeah, who gave them the authority to decide whether they killed him or not?
Yeah.
And if somebody asked the
I
order,
think they were. I think at that point, like, you must know if you're sending people in to kill Bin Laden after that amount of time that whoever gets in there is going to shoot him because they want to be the person who killed Bin Laden.
Yeah, and I have no issue with that.
Yeah. Like, you know what's happening. You're not taking that motherfucker alive.
When Bin Laden was killed, hearing the fact that he had been killed made, like, it's the one time when a murder would elicit a party.
Yeah.
People went ape shit.
Yeah.
The happiest you'll ever see people over the death of someone.
Did you ever see there's a famous American news reporter with a giant mustache?
No.
And at one point after Bin Laden died, he was in a news report and he just went, "Bin Laden has died. Happy days."
I remember on wrestling, it was John Cena that came out and announced this in the middle of something.
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah!"
Like getting pumped the fuck up.
USA fucks
Yeah.
you up in the end,
Getting so pumped up. So I get it,
Yeah.
But what was it Bin Laden actually did again? Which one did he do?
9/11 and...
Was he actually 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And some others.
and various other things. He also was like the main guy in the Taliban, and the Taliban did a lot of shit in the Middle East, and Taliban's back in a big bad way.
Was he Taliban or Al Qaeda?
Both. Al Qaeda, I think actually. Yeah, I think you're right. Al-Qaeda.
And Al Qaeda is also a CIA created thing.
It was created and supported. Well, not created, but supported and funded and given arms by the Americans to fight the Russians.
Yeah. So you can.
And that's again where Rambo fucking 3 comes in, where he's literally fighting with the Al Qaeda against Russia. Yeah.
Oh, great.
These people are good people. They just want to protect our place, okay? They're here to protect people and protect their own place, okay?
Amazing, Stallone. Well, because it just sounds like somebody just like had a stroke or something.
We're going to kill all the Russians, okay, and then we're going to blow up the helicopter.
To be fair, the words I want to say to actually describe how that sounds, I can't say.
Yeah, what?
Because it's not recording. I'll say them later.
Okay.
That's weird, that is. How that hasn't been memed is.
Yeah.
I don't know how that hasn't happened.
I know, man.
That's great. But so considering then basically the CIA funded us and created the Al Qaeda, and then Bin Laden was the leader of Al Qaeda, and then Bin Laden gets got by the America, by the America, who also in charge of the CIA. So the same people essentially. Probably could have been literally the same people. I don't know who actually went in and got him. Yeah. But anyway, So it's not surprising to see why people might think maybe he hasn't been killed. Maybe there's a conspiracy there. Yeah. Because there was never a photo. It's just ridiculous. If you kill him, in whatever way, like a lot of people have said they didn't take a photo or a video or anything because they bashed him up so bad,
Yeah, they just fucking mauled him.
Yeah. And at the same time, though, like, have you ever seen the video of Gaddafi?
Yeah,
That came out. So I know there wasn't America doing it, but
there's Gaddafi. There was also fucking Saddam had a pretty fucking bad stuff. If the minute any of these dictators get caught, they get fucked up.
And the natural thing to do is record it.
Yeah.
Because you want the evidence of this.
Yeah.
You don't want people.
Didn't they fucking stick something up Gaddafi's ass? Like spiked
they did.
shit. Like, oh my god.
Just similar level of stuff that he'd done, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine, from what I've heard, I remember hearing that he done fucked himself. He's been around for a long time.
He did lots of nasty shit. Yeah, he had a full-blown torture shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was fucking arsed.
Damn straight.
An absolute fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, then it's his own fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Melty Face
Fuck
man.
that motherfucker.
Fuck him and his melty face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Melty face and all.
Ironically, that brings me to another one of a famous person who we have no idea where the body is. Genghis Khan.
Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No.
Ah, yeah.
I suppose it makes sense. They were like a nomad people, weren't they? Didn't really sort of have one.
I always get confused with a lot of it between Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun.
Yeah. Well, I think both of them were kind of nomadic.
Yeah. I think that's the one I've...
Yeah.
Yeah. That I was thinking of anyway. Yeah. Which is the one, do you remember that... I think it was Genghis Khan, isn't it? The one who's like... They say like 1 in 8 people or something are...
oh yeah, they have
an ancestor.
They have an ancestor. Yeah, because he's literally got his dick everywhere.
Yeah. Was that Genghis Khan?
Yeah. It's like Charlemagne as well as another one.
Huh?
Charlemagne, a king from a long time ago.
You know what?
Got his end away a lot.
It's one of those names I hear that and I think it's a woman when I first hear it.
Yeah. Charlemagne.
Oh, I'm Charlemagne, yo.
It should be like Charlotte-Maine. Charlemagne, how you doing?
That seems a lot more trailer parky.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's spelled Sharlamain. Charlemagne.
There you go. It's definitely white trashy to like split up one name to two. That's a very white trash thing to do. Yeah. But yeah, Genghis Khan, man, just the same like that used to go around fucking everybody. Not always by choice.
Yeah.
By his choice, anyway.
No.
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah.
1 out of 2 ain't bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Genghis Khan's a pretty interesting dude as well, because like he literally terrified the shit out of China so much they built a giant wall.
Was that where it came from?
Yeah.
I did not realise that. It's always a timeline that gets screwed up in my head.
Yeah.
So, because I know he took over like a huge chunk of like Asia, didn't he?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even take it over. They just fucking raided.
Yeah, well, left it in shit.
Yeah.
Raided
okay. Fucking hardcore.
Oh, so he wasn't like a big governor, he was just like more of a, what is it, they call it like a war general type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like land Vikings, basically.
Yeah.
Moving as one giant army the entire time. And the thing is, when they fought and when they always ate meat.
Land Vikings.
Always ate meat in a time when not everyone ate meat. So there were these people who were just living off of rice and beans and shit like that, and barely getting enough weight on to live. And then suddenly these giant fucking Mongols come over the mountain who've been eating like meat every single day for every single meal.
Just meat, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing but
Whilst
meat.
doing nothing but running around and fighting and chopping heads off. And they stand no fucking chance at all.
How dare you question me? For my name is Liver King.
Yeah, it's basically just a fucking tide of Liver Kings. Like falling over the mountains.
God, that would be scary.
It would be fucking terrifying.
God, that would be horrendous.
All of them with enormous swords on horseback, able to fire bows from horseback.
With a leader just fucking everyone.
Yeah, and the thing is, when they didn't have meat, when they couldn't hunt or anything like that, they would first kill the weakest horses and eat those. Then, after they got to the point where they couldn't kill any more horses because they needed them for war, they'd start finding the weakest person and eat those.
Oh god. It seems like a worse idea. A much worse idea.
Yeah.
And did you say when they got to the point where they needed the horses? Not even to the point where they had no horses left.
Yeah, no, they need horses to fight on the war.
Yeah.
So if they haven't got enough horses to lose and they need to keep going and fight, they're gonna eat people.
So if they've got, like, let's say 20 horses left,
Yeah.
and then they need like at least 15 to win. Now eat 5,
Yeah.
and then rather than going to like the amount they need to definitely win, they'll be like, fuck it, where's Charlie?
Yeah. Charlie, get over here.
Get over here now.
You know you're a little bitch.
I swear I've got stronger.
You only killed 5 people in the last battle. I saw you. You're a bitch.
Right, Billy, you come over here, and Mike, you come too. Come here, Mike. You can have a 3-way arm wrestle.
Whoever wins doesn't die.
There
the
you
other
go.
2, not so much.
Dinner. Fight for your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fucked, man.
You'll
Legitimately
definitely be
fucked.
alive for at least 4 hours until my tummy rumbles.
I will eat you upon my belly. It's a South Park joke.
Where are these from again, these people?
The Mongolian steppes are kind of like... It's like Siberia cross to China, that sort of area, I think.
Okay, definitely not the accent I was doing then.
Yeah, no, but we can't do the accent they would be doing because that would sound racist.
I mean, if I could, I would. I literally don't. To be fair, that
There's
is
a
the
band.
one where you're playing on like
Yeah.
the racist bits there,
There's
which
a
it shouldn't
band.
be.
There's a band called the Who Band, who are a Mongolian. No, the Who Band, HU Band.
Oh, okay.
And they're a Mongolian metal band, and they are fucking fantastic. They're so goddamn good. They've got a song called Wolf Totem. And they do like throat singing and shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
wow,
it's
okay.
so good, man.
That would be quite cool,
Yeah.
actually. I do like it when it was something recently that I listened to. I think it was a goth that showed me some metal
Yeah.
that had the didgeridoo in it.
I tell you what, have you?
Didgeridoo.
Yeah. Have you ever played
Oh, didgeridoo.
Star Wars Fallen Order?
Which is that?
The one where you're playing as the Ginger Jedi.
No,
You gotta play that. That's a fucking fantastic.
that's not the online one, is it?
No. That's a single player one where you're just running around and chopping things up with a lightsaber. It's fucking excellent.
Is that the old one that was out on a PS3 and that?
It's PS4.
New.
Yeah, well, it's not new. It came out like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, that's the right kind of time to
Yeah.
get it now then.
It's fucking good, man.
No, I don't think I know that.
It's legitimately one of the best games of the generation. It's by the same people who made Titanfall 2, which is another game that's definitely worth your time at some point.
Okay.
I
think I've played that one actually.
And then they're bringing the sequel out, like either...
Keep
I think-
away.
What,
Just type in Star Wars.
Star Wars
Oh,
Fallen
I think the keyboard is one.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, Fallen Order, Fallen Order. Oh, there it is. I got it.
That's the one.
Yeah, I don't even recognise that, you know.
That is one of the best games that has been made in... Look, literally 9 out of 10, 10 out... Like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Oh shit, yeah. Wow. 4.6 out of 5.
94% of all people liked this game.
Wow. That says a lot, actually.
It is a fucking phenomenal game. It is the
That
best
looks like
Star
an
Wars-
actor, is he?
Yeah, it's the guy who played the Joker in the Gotham stuff. Yeah,
That's what I thought it was.
he's
okay.
fucking excellent. He's so good.
He's a really
And the
good actor.
sequel's coming out really soon. It is the perfect time to get into this game, man.
Okay.
And in the opening credits, they play a song by the Who Band.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But here's the thing: it's not just one of their songs. They haven't just put a Mongolian thing
I'm
in.
gonna hear.
They've asked a Mongolian band to play a song that they think aliens who played a song like their thing would sound like.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
what Mongolians think an alien language would sound like. It's so fucking meta, dude. This is so
I thought you were
cool.
thinking the same metal then.
It's
so
metal, as
metal.
well. It is fucking metal.
Oh, yeah.
Fallen Order opening scene.
Okay. Order. So put in Fallen Order Who Band?
Who band? Yeah, that'll work.
Like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Shoe music, that sounds weird. Oh, the shoe music video?
That's just the song.
And you want it with the thing as well?
Just do the. Ah, there you go. Opening.
Yeah.
I think this is just a mix of stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a music video.
That's not what you meant.
Just go Fallen Order opening scene. Trust me. I got this shit.
We'll get there.
I got this shit.
Okay. I'm just very high. It takes me a while. You have to work with me.
Opening scene. There you go.
Work with me.
Yeah.
Not against me, because I'll fall down.
He motherfucking got it.
Open
That's the
secret.
one. Yeah, that's it. That's perfect.
Okay.
So this is what a Mongolian band thinks it sounds like.
No, this is what was coming on before.
Oh, no audio.
I should have. I don't know audio. I got an audio thing now. Maybe it's just because it was off.
That's probably it.
No, I mean, I don't mean it was off then. I mean, the computer's gone off since.
Oh,
so I took it out and put it in again.
Huh.
No, is it weird? Hold on. I want to figure this out. You know, I wonder if it's some stupidness about it being on there. Shouldn't be. Ah. No, it's not. Okay. Why are you doing that? Oh. I blame you, Nathan.
I'm so sorry.
You should be. Let me double check. Give me 1 sec. I've only done right even mean to. Yeah, it's definitely in. It's definitely in there.
Is it plugged in somewhere?
Unless I turned it down, mate, somehow. Right. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm doing the thing. It's not doing anything. God dang it. Well, that'll be something else to my case. I'll work that out later. Unless it's this, isn't it? I haven't muted it, it shouldn't be any different. It was working yesterday. If you leave the holes, it's impossible to find it again.
Do you have an input on this side?
I don't think so. Like, there's 2 on this side.
Which colour is it you're putting in?
What?
Which colour of the thing is it you're putting in?
The headphone jack I'm putting in.
Yeah, but is it a green one?
It's just a thingy one on here, I don't know. Normal headphone port, you know.
Yeah, there's one here.
Is it audio jack?
Should be, yeah, it's green.
Do you wanna give it a go to see it?
Yeah.
Stick it in, Nathan! Fix your from. Oh, this is probably actually the camera.
Right, give that a go.
Okay. There's a chance it might just be the headphones, the speakers are fucked. Yeah, it's still not working, is it? Just double check the dial thing. I wonder if it's just the headphones that fucked it, the speakers themselves, because they were a bit battered when I found them again. Like the wires coming out a bit. See, taking USB helps, but it doesn't seem to have done anything.
Ah, well.
Goddamn computer. It may be beautiful, but it's got its issues. And it's like a beautiful lady just, you know, got her issues.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but regardless, you need to play this game at some point, man. It's such a fucking good experience.
I'm going to make a note of that bit so I can cut out, you know, me trying, both of us trying to fix the computer.
Yeah. After much work of shit that did not work, we are now here. That sounded terrible. Cut that out too.
You are correct though, we are now here.
Yeah, after all that bullshit, we didn't get it working. So, where were we, Carl?
Cut bit
Yeah, see?
for... You're just talking to me
This
now,
is where
aren't
the
you?
production happens.
This is where you're talking to me though, because I'm the only one who's going to see this bit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. To press future Carl will be bored. So hey Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Computer.
How's it going, Carl?
Carl.
Carl! Carl! What's wrong?
I'm so unable to focus right now.
Why is there a guy with
Definitely
loads
having
of
a
stab
gas
wounds in the corridor, Carl? I don't know.
Where was hands, Carl?
Yeah,
I guess they fell off.
That only hands could satisfy.
Oh, that kills people, Carl.
Oh, it does it? Oh, my bad.
You know
that.
What is this red stuff in the bottom of this bowl, Carl?
Oh, that's that lovely elderly couple from 2B.
Would you believe raspberry jam?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Would you believe it's raspberry jam?
No,
Come
Carl.
on, Carl.
Amazing series, that. Leave that in. If anyone who doesn't
Where
know.
are all the other lifeboats? Oh, probably at the bottom of the ocean. I bet lots of holes in them.
Happy birthday! We'll have the burnt faces on balloons.
Yeah.
It got weird after the third one.
Yeah,
Though.
it did,
It got
yeah.
very weird.
I love the way it ended though. It just goes into complete madness where this fucking llama has killed everyone else in the world and he's just talking to an imaginary version of his old dead friend.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember much from 3 onwards.
Oh, it's so good.
In my group, we saw
After,
the
like,
4th
number-
one and was like, oh, okay, this is weird now.
Oh no, I loved it. I love it when Jason Steele goes really hard on one of his creations. It's like there was what was it? It was the Cloak or something like that, and he was just literally a superhero who was like a Grim Reaper guy.
Like-
Who went around killing communists with the disembodied head of film star Robert Mitchum.
I have no idea who that is.
No, it's fantastic.
And I love the fact that they picked a unknown,
He was
an
famous
old
at
guy
the
or
time.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he was like in the
He was really
30s or
famous in the
40s,
20s, yeah.
the 50s, something
Oh.
like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, man, like Robert fucking Mitchum, what a pull.
Just like, if you're going to pick someone, why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a G.
Yeah.
Put
Oh,
him on that level of, maybe he banged Marilyn Monroe, who knows?
maybe.
Maybe.
Probably did.
I mean, was he an American man too?
Mhm.
Well, and he probably did. I heard everyone banged Monroe.
Sorry, I haven't drunk enough, so I've got gammy lips.
Ah, I know what you mean.
Mhm.
You get it when you smoke a lot of the time.
Mhm.
I'm not saying everyone does, I'm saying you specifically do, you told me.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, shut up about your lips, Nathan. And you're like, I'll punch you in the face. And you punch me in the face.
I know that by doing that lip smack thing, I've just lost like 50% of our listeners.
Okay. What's the time here? 1:19. Cut out Nathan lip smack. We will retain the people, Nathan.
You retain them.
It has been covered up.
Retain us.
So when you said, I bet we lost 50 people from the lip smack, people are like, what lip smack?
What lip smack?
That's what I wanted them to think.
And that's what I'm talking about. That is the retainal right there.
Oh God. I am pretty retainal, to be fair.
I love being retainal.
I do. Is that like when you carry, like if you're holding a carry bag and you don't want to carry it anymore, you just hold the bag with your butt?
Yeah, that's retainal. Yeah.
Yeah. Naturally, yeah. Walk around, split
Just shove it up. If you get the fan handles up there far enough, Carl, then the muscles of your butthole will take care of the rest, and it will just pull it up.
Oh, I don't want to pull the whole thing off.
No, but it'll pull it up.
I don't want to get the milk warm.
You
for
won't. Yeah,
example.
you won't get the shopping pulled all the way.
Yeah,
through.
yeah, that's
It'll hold
good.
it in place. It will
Oh,
hold it
okay,
in
yeah.
place.
Just let it have a good swing, you know. I'm used to things swinging down there
Yeah. You can put on.
when the strap on falls
yeah.
off, basically.
Put on a kilt, shove your shopping out your
Yeah,
ass.
yeah,
Walk home like your average Glasgow man.
Yeah, just another day.
Just another day.
Another day in Glasgow.
Another day in Glasgow, motherfucker.
So you got in Africa they put the stuff on their head and stuff.
Yeah,
in
in
Glasgow
Glasgow.
it's just very backwards.
Yeah.
So he literally hangs the stuff from his ass.
And if you're a weak motherfucker, you got to use a butt plug first, and then you tie it all around it and shove it up.
Yeah,
That's cheating.
It is cheating.
A real Glasgow man can queef it. Queef? No.
Yeah.
What is it? Kegel his way around.
It's part of school, isn't it? Then they start learning, like I said, growing up in school.
Well, yeah.
It's more of like end of school college thing.
Yeah.
It's getting you ready for later life, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going through like.
That's what caber throwing's all about. It perfectly
the big
prepares.
log.
Yeah,
Oh,
perfectly
okay.
prepares the butthole for the amount of pressure that is required.
And both at the same time
Yeah.
prepare the people for life.
Yeah.
There's nothing to prepare you for life like throwing a log, flipping it, and making it land straight.
Yeah. One of the other things that they literally used to do, and they had this in Braveheart, was they used to.
Very good historical reference.
No,
point
this
there
is
for you.
actually something they really did though.
Okay.
To be a man, you had to have someone throw a stone at your head, and you could stay standing.
Oh, wow.
And then he got to pick the stone. So
Wait,
imagine
the person who was going to get hit.
the person who threw the stone gets to pick the stone. So
Oh,
if they
Jesus.
fucking hate you, they're gonna pick
Yeah,
a
yeah,
boulder, and you're going down, motherfucker.
Well, to be fair, I don't think they'll be able to throw a boulder with high velocity, but I know what you meant.
A big Scottish bloke who's been throwing cabers round, you goddamn
True.
right he can. He'll pelt
But
you in the face with that motherfucker.
A big, strong man, though, he won't be that angry, he won't want to do that because a lot of big guys like that are pretty chill.
That's true. That's true.
I mentioned him earlier, the Liver King.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
And you not heard the recent.
I'm on tenterhooks now, Carl.
Yeah, you not heard the recent story that's come out?
No?
I mentioned him about, like just eating all the meat.
Yeah.
As he says, nothing but liver. And his wife and his family as well, his kids too.
Yeah.
But it's a lie. He actually admitted that he does do steroids.
No fucking shit.
Have you not seen the apology? Well, obviously you haven't seen the apology video. Let's put it on.
No shit though.
Yeah.
Like, as if anyone didn't think he was doing steroids.
Well, yeah, but part of his whole thing is he always argued like quite a lot that he didn't.
Liver King apology first thing on there.
You always argued a lot that he didn't. But right, that's bullshit. I meant to put this onto YouTube, not onto. There's someone else's video coming up.
Oh, one of these motherfuckers. Oh, it's that dude.
He's a UFC guy, ain't he?
Yeah, he's a dick as well.
Ah.
He's made a career out of being an arsehole. Like, you thought Andrew Tate was a cunt. Like, fucking hell.
I mean, the two aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
No.
There we go, look, on his channel and everything.
I lied.
I lied. It's weird though, because the whole video is like, I haven't got speakers
Sound,
working
yeah.
at the moment, oh boy.
Just put the fucking subs on.
Yeah, true.
Put them fucking subs on. Put the fucking subs on. Put them fucking subs on. Put the fucking subs on. Primals.
Look at how the way he's sitting as well, like, it's just, I feel like he shouldn't really try and overly produce a apology video.
Yeah.
Because bear in mind, the one reason I can see why people are asking about it is because he's selling all these supplements all the time and literally saying to people, I only eat all meat and stuff and have these supplements, and if you want to look like him, then you have them as well.
Yeah.
But it's literally bullshit.
Yeah. Because he's having fucking steroids.
Steroids and that. I hear that. And the fact that people can think that it's when the idea of an apology is like ruined is when people think that they can do something and then just apologise for how they acted before, and then it goes away completely.
Yeah.
That's you know.
Oh no, he's justifying it.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about in the middle here. So he's supposed to be apologising for you taking steroids. Why are you talking about people that can't eat?
Yeah.
What the hell are we on about?
He's like, no, because you don't understand. I was a symbol. You're not Batman, motherfucker.
Batman, I'd give him a pass if he was on steroids.
Yeah.
This guy don't save me from a burning building. Or from muggers. So the mugger would run away.
I must don't even. What the fuck?
What? This is what is this? I spread the message. I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not going to touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow that 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. Yeah, it's just all bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to keep reading it, but it's just a lot. It's just drivel, like, and he even tries to like sell you his stuff like later on. Do you know the Liver King's voice?
No. I can't remember, but.
So I continually dismissed it and dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
Blame, I did that and it was wrong.
Wrong.
I would be better, I would talk about it openly because I believe there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention managed by a trained hormone physician.
Is pharmacological a word?
Why am I suddenly going deep south?
What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't feel 100 physically, cognitively, so I went monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician to see what the fuck was going on in my life.
First of all,
it is true that I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone levels, meaning that my levels still remain below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade hormone. Fucking Jesus Christ.
See,
oh God.
I'm sorry, first of all, I don't know if these exist. I've never heard of them, but that's just a hormonal clinicist, is what he said.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a fancy way to say his dealer.
It does.
That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like...
But it's monitored, so it's fine.
Yeah, oh God, I just turned around and that stare, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's staring into my soul right now.
I've never really liked this dude. There's always been a vibe about this dude that was just a bit much and a bit too fucking...
There's something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was always kind of like... That's why like people always asked him in like podcasts and that. They always asked him like, what steroids you on, you know?
Yeah.
Because everyone was always like, he's gotta be.
He's gotta be on fucking steroids.
He's gotta be.
Fucking obvious, yeah.
And it's just, I think there was a recording of a conversation he had or something, is how he came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just come out in the middle of this. But yeah, like the fact he's trying to make it sound so good and that, like, he went to a doctor and that, like, because he felt crap last year.
Yeah.
It's like, that, all this time you've been telling people not to take steroids and all this, like, and
you can just
and saying that you come up with excuses, people doing all this. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. 36 years working out 2 times a day, and now no one cares, man. No one
He
cares.
started working out when he was 5 apparently then.
Yeah, it's
That's bullshit.
fucking bullshit.
I just said he was 41.
That dude.
Well, last year was 41.
That dude's got such an intense stare, though. There's
does,
something very wrong with this guy.
You can see it in someone when... That's a good thing, like when you pause someone
Yeah.
in the middle of a video, you can just see the real them coming out sometimes.
There's something really dark in this dude.
Anytime I pause off, like when I'm getting the photos, for example, it's just trying to find a non-goofy or smiley face that we're pulling.
Mm-hmm.
It's all it is. You can see the soul of the idiots flying through.
Yeah.
With him, sociopath.
Yeah. 100%, yeah.
He must be. He must be to that whole time. To either, I think he claimed at first he didn't realise how bad it was, or at the same time I think he's also trying to say he doesn't think it's that bad.
It's manipulation.
It is.
It's fucking trying to fucking convince people that you're the victim in all of this. It's textbook narcissistic sociopathic behaviour.
It is actually, that's the most narcissistic way, isn't it? He acknowledges and knows that this behaviour isn't okay, but yet when he's doing it,
it's okay.
He thinks
it's
okay,
justified, and I'll tell you why it's justified, because of these reasons that I give you that are so important. No,
main reason
you are
is
a
because
fucking
it's him.
liar. Yeah, exactly.
That would be the main reason.
Because it's like, but it's me and I'm important, and you should all think that I'm important, even though I've lied to you. You should still know that I'm important. It's like when that fucking dickhead. There was a dickhead in IGN who got found out to be a plagiarist. He was literally just copying word for word other people's reviews, pasting them into his IGN report.
IGN game reviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just going about his business. And it happened like on 4 or 5 occasions.
Such a silly thing to do because it's so easy to prove as well.
Yeah, but the thing is,
copied something.
after he did all this, he comes back out and his fucking apology was partly plagiarised. I'm not even joking.
I mean, I'll give him that. That's commitment to the bit.
Yeah. And then after that, he decides, like, he comes out with an apology, like, yeah. And again, it's this kind of shit. It's like, I'm not that bad. Honestly, I justified it by using this. It's like, no, there's no justification. You're a fucking liar.
The issue is you're straight away coming out looking for, trying to give justification to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Without even taking a step back to think about it first.
Yeah. And then, like, later on, this guy came back and he was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be a YouTuber and it's gonna be all my own stuff. And even then, it was like he started doing stuff immediately that was dodgy and weird and not right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these people don't learn, and the reason why they don't learn is because they spend their entire lives when they're growing up around other people who enable it and make it okay, and then they get out into the real world and they start surrounding themselves with more people who enable it and okay, until eventually something cracks in that wall, someone sees what's real and on the inside, and then it spreads to everyone else and they can't fucking handle it. They can't handle it.
Wait,
He will be back.
Exactly
he
what
will
you
be
mean?
back in a few years,
totally
pretending like
confused
none of this
okay.
happened. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he will be. Yeah.
Because that's what these people do. They just they wait for it all to die down because they don't think they've done anything
That is literally
wrong.
what they do, actually.
Yeah, and then they come back and they're like, everything's fine. Don't you remember me? Remember how cool I am? Remember what all the good times we had? And fuck off.
To be fair, it's like exactly what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of
It's
model.
exactly the same.
You can see loads of people have done it before.
Yeah.
And you can look at people like Andrew Tate. Guarantee he'll do that kind of thing.
Yeah, he's already doing that because as soon as he gets thrown out, he'll wait till he gets.
He got like
kicked back in.
deplatformed everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at that then, like getting deplatformed, go away, cancelled,
Yeah.
and then come back. Because cancelled it's hard to enforce as much now. The only way to enforce it is when like sponsors start pulling out.
Yeah, that's when it's real.
Yeah. That's the one. Like I was listening to Andrew Taylor, I think it was as well, talking about it, and that's the one that it's hard to do anything about.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one that really affects you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, depending on the sponsor, I don't imagine all sponsors would be bothered by that.
Not all sponsors, but enough.
Yeah, it depends what it is. You need something where it's gonna like beer. Beer's always they're gonna buy beer either way, and the beer people know that.
Yeah.
No matter what, they know that people are still gonna want beer.
Yeah.
So they can do it.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I'm not gonna buy your beer. I'm like, if you like my beer, you'll buy my beer. We both know you will.
Although weirdly, that's not necessarily true because there were a lot of people who stopped buying BrewDog because it turned out that their CEO was a piece of trash.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it probably wasn't that nice anyway.
Yeah, it was all right. It was ale-y stuff,
See, no
it's
one
one
really
of
likes
those
ale.
fancy new ale-y things where it's like, look how cool we are.
Oh, there you go.
It's
See, that doesn't probably nobody really likes one of them. One less of them to drink is a good thing for them. One less to pretend they like.
As I say, I used to say that I loved ale, and I do like an ale occasionally. Every so
Occasionally,
often,
yeah.
It's nice to have an ale.
I don't like it, but it sounds like one of those occasional things.
Yeah, it's like, oh, nice, smooth, creamy, delicious, like, flavoursome ale. I'll have that.
So the chocolate milk of alcohol, from what I gather.
Yeah, but when it's summertime, I don't want a fucking ale.
There you go, yeah. See,
I want a fucking
perfect.
lager. I want a crisp, refreshing, bubbly lager.
A light one, in my opinion.
Man. I don't need to get fucking drunk. I just need to get
Well,
buzzed.
you still get a lot of alcohol, don't you? Like,
yeah.
you told me this. The sugar, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't need to get drunk. I need to just get buzzed, I need to get there.
Yeah. Oh, just more than anything, I want to just feel fine tomorrow.
Exactly.
And in the summer, it's even better too because you sweat it out more.
Yeah.
That's why on a night, a lot of time after a drink, I will have spicy food.
Oh man, I haven't done that in ages.
Especially
I haven't had a night out in ages where I've just gone to a pub and then got some fucking takeaway.
I haven't particularly gone to a pub for a night out. I'm more of a fan of going to like houses and stuff,
That's a
for a drink.
Yeah.
Or like getting drunk, like at a podcast, for example.
Yeah.
And then getting more drunk after.
That's a good idea.
I got my old group is going to have a Christmas shindig.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. And the guy who disappeared for a while has managed to like figure his head out now, and he's returning. The
Yeah.
guy also got smashed on the head with a log.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Broke over his head. He had a hard head.
Yeah.
He was like not that long afterwards, just apparently shouting about these people. But the way he was shouting was because they attacked him like a group of Asians, I think it was, he said.
Yeah.
From what he remembers. Doesn't remember now any of it, but from what people had told him, he was shouting about these Asians attacking him and that. So people thought he was just being very racist in the hospital, but it was just because he was not with it at all.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Motherfucker, you texting
Sorry.
while we're podding? I shouldn't have pointed that out because the audio people, they wouldn't have had a
They
clue.
wouldn't have known.
They wouldn't have known.
No, but that's so fucking...
That's how I get, yeah.
It's fucked up, though. Just to...
Yeah, dude, it
I've
happened.
never... I just... yeah, but that's the thing. Something about cities,
That's why
man. Cities make people fucking crazy.
I think that thing is a big... Because he, like, legit, like, it was a bad one, you know, like, he could have died kind of thing.
Yeah.
It had hit him just slightly different. But I think that's why it bothers me more when people say racism to white people doesn't exist or that isn't a thing.
It fucking exists.
Because it does. It
does
does exist. Like, we're very equal numbers in England. That's one thing I love about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to acknowledge that there's not huge minorities in regards to, like, white people aren't
In
the big
cities,
majority.
that's true. In cities, that's true. As I say, near me, it's
okay.
fucking white as fuck.
Oh, really?
So fucking white.
Ah.
Like, there's barely any fucking people of any other colour apart from fucking white. You know, it's just... it's...
And because there's only
And
white
that
there...
breeds... That does breed...
I was going to
a
say they
certain
end up
degree of
only
racism.
fucking white.
Yeah,
Oh,
they breeds a certain amount of racism.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they just, you know, they just talk about it and it's, oh, racist jokes and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but it is a problem, man, because as soon as you come into an actual environment where there's those people around,
Yeah.
and it's like,
That's
I've
where a lot
got
of racism
friends
comes
who've got,
from,
like, racist opinions about Muslim people. It's like, oh, well, they're all like this. It's like, well, you obviously don't know
Yeah,
that.
you say they're all like this, but how many do you know?
Yeah, I know loads of
Yeah,
Muslim people from the fucking stand-up
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
They're nowhere near like what you think they
Mm-hmm.
are, and they're all very different from one another. So
It's exactly like when people tell me what I should and shouldn't say about trans people.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, I've actually met a few now doing comedy and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, I've met a few and they don't have any issue with this, so
Yeah.
why are you...
why are you having a problem
And
for them?
they're not as bothered about if you accidentally say their name wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they understand it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why are you trying to say that they don't?
Yeah. It's
So you're trying to say you know better.
It's the dead name thing as well. That fucking annoys me. I know we've talked about it before, but it's that thing of like, you can never refer to the fact that Caitlyn Jenner was once Bruce Jenner. You can't
Yeah.
say the words Bruce and Jenner next to each other because that's unacceptable.
Well, I know Caitlyn Jenner is one of the people.
Who says that's fine?
Yeah. So I go by that.
But yeah, there's a lot
But
of
I've
other
heard people say that
yeah,
though in
and
the
it's
past.
but
Like, they
it's
say
like-
when she won the gold
yeah,
medals.
it's the
I know
Ellen
he's a he
Page.
then.
It's the Ellen Page Elliot Page thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, but you don't understand. It's not. We're not saying that person isn't the gender they want to represent themselves as now. That's fine. We're just saying at that time.
Oh, scientifically, I am saying that.
No, but well, yeah, you.
I am saying that.
No, but you're not. You're not.
Just to clarify, I am saying
By
that.
that statement, you're not saying specifically that in that statement, right? So you can say.
I'm not saying that.
We'll get onto that a bit later on. But what I am saying is like, well, I'm not saying that you're invalidated as a trans person.
No.
But because
Not even as a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still a person, and I'll call you whatever you want to be called.
Yeah,
I don't care. Do I think there are differences on a genetic level between a man and a woman? Yes, there are. It's obvious.
If you don't think there are, then I don't.
Then you're stupid.
Yeah.
Women do think in a different way. Men act in a different way. That's the reason why trans people
That's
want
evolution.
to change gender, is because they don't feel like the gender they were. Now, if you're saying
feel
that
like
there's no
they're
difference between the two, then
characteristics.
transgender doesn't need to exist.
Yeah. That's one thing I've said too.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted between their own things.
Yeah.
If it's fluid and its gender's not a thing, it can be many things, then
Yeah.
sex changes shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it
Because-
doesn't need to exist.
Yeah,
You
what are they?
You shouldn't need to have
They are just
hormone
plastic
therapy
surgery in
and
that
things like
case.
that. You should just be fine with whatever body you've got and
Yeah.
dress however you like, which is fine.
But it's the other way as well. That's what I'm saying. The two really do convolute each other.
Yeah, and there is
Contradict.
this,
Contradict.
there is this thing as well at the moment where like you do get a euphoric sensation when you take estrogen. Did you know that?
No.
If you take estrogen pills, it gives you a euphoric sensation.
Actually, that makes sense, actually, because you're so, like, you do get very happy and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that has been shown across the board in multiple situations, which has led to people, you know, in some situations having a very happy life, and that's absolutely fine as a transgender person.
Well, in the same way, if you got high, then that is like.
Well, not necessarily the same thing, but it could be. I don't know. I don't know the exact things. I'm just saying.
I know what you mean. I've seen it, like when you see in films, like Kevin Nash took in Longest Yard, they gave him like estrogen pills without him realising. And the way he was playing it afterwards, like he was just getting more and more like, you know, like you would if you had estrogen. Yeah. And he was just being really nice and just really happy on the pitch, like with all his other mates.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
I mean, like, are you sure you're okay? Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
You might be hurt.
Yeah. That's actually a thing that happens as well. That does exist.
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's like there's a games journalist that I've watched for ages who used to be called Jim Sterling, is now Jim Stephanie Sterling.
Oh, okay.
And is
did both names?
refers to themselves as a non-binary MB. And the thing is, I don't have a problem. Call yourself whatever you want. It's fine. But it is a lot about just that being the whole of the identity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like everything that they do, they bring that into the equation and like make it top billing. And it's like, I don't feel as a male.
That's not getting.
And let's use the term that we are, straight white male. I don't feel as a straight white male that I am walking into every situation screaming at the top of my lungs, I am straight and male and look at my dick, and don't get me wrong, I understand the reason why.
Unless you're a guy, don't look at my dick.
Yeah, and I understand the reason why they want to do that is because they feel like they've been underrepresented.
Yeah, that's the thing, which I'm trying to understand a bit more now.
Yeah, exactly.
So just to say, like, although I still say a bit more with gay pride at the moment, like, I don't know if we really need a parade for gay pride now. Yeah. And it's not because I don't think being gay is okay. The point is, I think it's so okay that do you really need a parade for it anymore because it's so accepted?
Yeah.
That's the only way I mean that.
I think when we're nearing that point, I think we're still in that point where there's enough people who are still a bit homophobic and don't get it.
And that's why I've been trying to understand it a bit more lately, because I think I've just always grown up with that idea that it's fine. It's fine. Everyone around me, and weirdly going to a boys' school, everyone's always just been fine with that. Yeah. Because I guess you've just ended up seeing a few people do it. Yeah. I don't know if that changed it because it was a boys' school. I don't know. But everyone was a bit more chill about that concept anyway, though. Yeah. Yeah, I've just always been in situations where it was accepted, I guess. So I assumed everyone was like that. Yeah, I mean, we never really had a problem with it anywhere I was. I mean, when we were younger, everyone used to refer to everyone else as gay, and that was gay, and this is gay. But that was fine, anything. Yeah, but you never actually hated someone. Yeah, that doesn't mean you hate gay. It was one of those things like where, again, with like, you know, people think that, well, in the same way, you call someone a pussy. Yeah. But if you're straight, it doesn't mean you want to fuck them. No. It means a pussy ass bitch. Yeah. You wet ass pussy. Yeah, you're a pussy. Calling someone a wet ass pussy as well makes it seem like you're even more of a scaredy cat. It does. As a pussy is really supposed to mean, you know. Yeah. More so, yeah. But like, oh, you won't touch that gooey thing to get the grinder out of there. Gooey thing to get the grinder. That sounds. Yeah. Ew, Carl. You wet ass pussy. Ew, Carl. Anyway, one thing I was going to say, like when you were saying like about the identity thing. Yeah. That's not so much getting annoyed about the particular thing they're using. It's getting annoyed about the idea of somebody using one part of themselves as their full identity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, this is my gender and my sexual identity, and it's everything to me. And yeah. Well, no. It's just that I'm going to portray my my personality just based off that. Yeah. It's when that's. It's like it becomes I am a two-dimensional cardboard representation of this, and that is all I am. Yeah. Every person has more than just one thing that makes them who they are. Yeah, exactly. But vegans do the same thing too. Yeah, they do. One of the I can't remember what the joke is, but there's something about how long do you need to talk to a vegan before before they'll tell you they're vegan.
Yeah.
I think the answer was something like, why would you talk to a vegan?
Yeah. But like, you're right. It's like these people who make one. It's like the Liver King shit again. It's like that. It's like, I am this one thing, and it is my one representation, and this is all I need you to see. It's like, well, no, that's not true. Show me the depths of your character. Other than that, I am willing to see you as a whole person, not just this one thing.
It means nothing. It's just, it's like you're trying to portray yourself in a certain way. For most of us, like, we're looking at that, easily being able to see through it, you know.
Yeah.
Seeing it, it's like you're just saying that, you're just trying to force
But that's
a
the thing,
narrative
there's a
your
lot
way.
of people who don't.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
No, I know exactly where you're going, because that's what freaks me out. Because it's not just him,
That's why it's
all
annoying
these
as
other
well.
different kinds of people, like, who are selling this snake oil shit. But it's not snake oil even anymore.
Well, it might
It's
work,
just-
I don't know, that's not the issue.
Yeah, but this is the thing, it's not even just snake oil anymore. It's ideas are now the new snake oil. They'll sell you stupid fucking ideas and get you to buy into it. And they don't even need you to buy their product. They've earned money off of the clicks. And that's all they need. All they need is this dumb idea that gets enough dumb people to do the dumb thing.
That's a good point. Back in the day, this would have just been like, all this Liver King stuff would just be like an advert, a guy going to like the shopping channels and that.
And before that, he would have had a cart.
Yeah,
and he would have gone from fucking town to town
and
selling his miracle elixirs to make him as buff as he was.
And he could have pulled it himself as well.
Yeah.
Which, you know, with a steroid, probably would have been a harder job because I think more of it is, you know, like, you're not actually as strong as you look.
Yeah.
It's a bit more bloaty muscle.
Yeah, it makes you water weight more than actual muscle weight, which is not
like vanity muscles or whatever they call it. Yeah. I'd put myself some abs in for sure.
Yeah.
And I imagine with them though, can you still get fat if you get abs, like, you know, cosmetically put on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? But then
Yeah,
do they
did you
get
ever
fat
see that?
over it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you got fat under it though.
No,
cool.
God, that'd be terrible.
It'd be terrible.
You'd be
but cool
fat
for us.
like I have a giant belly, and you just have like this section of abs
you
there
just got abs like
around your belly button.
Obviously, because it's there, like, you know, they stop about there.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
it'd just be normal then.
Yeah. No, that's a terrible idea. Did you ever see the Louis Theroux where the people were doing like plastic surgery for men and putting biceps and triceps and things in?
I didn't see that. I've
This
seen
guy-
a few people that have it.
This guy had pecs put in and they just looked like tits, Carl. They just looked like tits. And he had
They are a
calf
different shape
implant-
though. They should, because I've always had good boobs.
No, he had like actual boob looking, and they were like, oh yeah, I want really big pecs. But they did not look like pecs.
Oh.
They just looked like titties. and then he had the fucking biceps fake and put in, and the triceps fake and put in, and like calf muscles that were fake and put in.
Is this why he was on the program? Because they look terrible though.
No, it was just about addiction to it. Like people who in a
For a
LA
second then,
would-
it's just about a dick, and I thought you were going to stop there. It's like, oh, that's what it was leading up to. Okay.
it was just about this arsehole.
And the other side, mate.
Yeah. No, genuinely, like this guy's fucking weird looking.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything was vastly out of proportion, and he thought he looked fantastic.
Oh, so
He
he did
thought
look
he was
weird.
fucking, and he's like, no, dude, you look fucking awful.
Did he have like a done old face as well? I imagine.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like a Ken
yeah.
doll.
He had a face that was like perfectly lined like that, and like giant, like fucking fake lips, and
And
like
always looked like he was surprised.
yeah, and like cheekbone collagen injections. He looked fucking awful, mate. He looked like a fish that had been fucking reanimated on a dead man's corpse.
But it
He
was
looked
also being
fucking
held in
gross.
place and being in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can definitely. Oh yeah. So forgot to tell you then, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
All that. So Genghis Khan, yeah, no idea where his body is.
Yeah.
The reason is that when he was dying, he was on his deathbed because he had complications after falling off a horse.
Ooh.
Which is when you go through all that war general stuff, survive all that crazy things.
Yeah, fall
and
off a
then
fucking horse.
just fall off a horse and die. I don't know if it was in battle, he might have been. I don't know how old he was actually.
Just a gentle trot.
That would be wounded, wouldn't it though?
Yeah.
I mean, if he was older, I suppose it would make more sense. But I don't imagine he was very old when he died.
Nah,
I don't know why.
He can't have been that old.
No, it doesn't seem like he would have been. Okay. 1200 he was in. Let's have a look.
It looked like he was 21.
64 to 65 when he dies.
Oh, 64, 65. All right, that's all right.
And very specific, August 25th, 1227. Now I am always dubious about that because I don't know exactly how they came up with that date.
For some reason, now that he was 65, I just hope it was a trot, just in a nice soft meadow, and he just leant over a little bit too far, fell off, fell down, and everyone was like, ah, and then he just doesn't move, and they're like, Khan.
Khan! Yeah, that was me making a Star Trek reference then.
Yeah, that was good.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All them Trekkies out there. You're a Trekkie.
I like I like the movies and I like some of the series. I don't have the time for it.
Yeah, but you're a bit of a Trekkie then for
Yeah.
Scum. Scum, I tell ya.
I haven't watched any of the new stuff, but I used to watch.
That's more like a Trekkie in that case then.
Yeah, well, I used to watch the Next Generation stuff, and I like the movies because they always had big laser battles in them, shit like that.
The old ones, or
well, the ones with Picard in and
the older ones. Yeah,
those were cool.
I never liked any of them. Oh, the effects always look terrible, from what I remember. Oh,
not at the time. At the time, they were all right.
Well, at the time, yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't think he was alive at the time when it
yeah.
actually came out.
Yeah.
The older stuff, anyway.
I remember one of the most disappointing ones to go back and watch, not for Star Trek, but just in general of those like sci-fi movies, was Lost in Space, the like late 90s, early 2000s remake.
Yeah, I don't think
I fucking loved that movie when I was a kid, and I still like the movie to a certain extent, but
it's worse when you go back. And
oh my god, the CGI is so bad, man. Like those little like weird alien scorpion spider things that like eat through the ship and shit.
I can't remember. I don't know if I've seen this.
They look like fucking plasticine. It is awful.
One that got rinsed a lot. I heard about it the other day, like the fact that it was insulted a lot. I think it got nominated for like a Razzie in that for worst effects.
Yeah.
But I think it looked quite good. The Thing.
I still haven't seen that new version of the thing.
I think it's the original I'm thinking of.
Oh, the original's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, the original
is one of the best movies ever made.
I won't go that far.
Well, not the original, actually. The John Carpenter one's one of the best movies.
Yeah, because it's been like 3 variations of it. That's what I was trying to think.
There was a 50s version.
Yeah,
of it.
proper old one.
Yeah.
Then there's the one that I think we're both referring to as the good one.
Yeah.
And then there's the later remake.
No, the old one's apparently pretty good, and that actually it kind of could work as a sequel to the one that happens in the later one in
the most recent one.
Yeah, because the way it works out, I think, is like that one kind of positioned itself as like the midway point between those two movies. So like in the first one, in the 90s, 50s one, it looks kind of vaguely like a normal person because that's all they had. And then they set fire to it, and then it evolves into something different for the next one, and then it's by the time it gets to the final thing, it's where it is with Kurt Russell.
I forgot what we're talking about now.
So like it would be the 1940s one would be the oldest version of the thing.
Oh yeah,
the 1950s
what are we on
one,
about again? What film?
The Thing.
The Thing, that's it, yeah.
The latest one would be the middle one, and then the John Carpenter one would be the latest one in the trilogy, if it was going by the chronological order of the series of the movies.
That's a confusing one.
Yeah.
It's hard to see that and put it in place from hearing it. Like I said, not a good audio listen.
No.
Yeah, so Genghis Khan then.
Yes.
What he did, he on his deathbed, he said that he wanted to be buried in an unmarked grave.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so that people couldn't like ransack it if his enemies couldn't come and dig it up or something, you know. And to make sure of this, what he did was the slaves took him off, buried him somewhere. Dug the hole beforehand, buried him. And then soldiers killed the slaves that buried him.
Oh, fuck.
And then just to be safe, the soldiers then killed the soldiers that killed the slaves. Because they might know where the hole is too.
Fucking hell.
And I guess it worked because he never found his body.
Jesus
Body's never been
Christ.
found.
That is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Why don't they want you to find his body that much?
I know, Genghis Khan didn't want it to.
Yeah,
He
but
told
why?
him to do it, and they still listened after he was dead.
Why though?
I don't know.
What was he told by some weird witchy-looking woman in a fucking town square at one point?
A lot of the older religions, as I remember, used to believe that whatever form you're in, after your death, you'll be in the afterlife too.
Oh, so he didn't want people like taking his head and shit.
Yeah, so someone comes along, you know, chops him up, burns him, and that. Burning someone like back in like Egyptian times would be like the worst thing to do.
Yeah, because then all of it's gone. You're fucked.
Yeah, there's like, well, they're fucked in the afterlife now.
Yeah. Just a fucking spirit walking around,
So I got to.
swooshing through people like a fucking.
Well, if you could move around, that would be okay still.
Yeah, but you'd be like a wisp. You'd be like just a floating bit of light that just sort of
Yeah.
woofed through people occasionally.
Like a really translucent version of or transparent again. No, more translucent
Yeah.
version of like an animal in space.
Yeah.
It's like the space in between his atoms is just quite a lot though. So he
Yeah.
seems like he can phase through things. He can't,
Yeah.
but we perceive it that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's good.
I can't help being so smart, you know.
Yeah. Super smart.
Super fucking smart.
Super fucking
Super
smart.
fucking smart. SMRT. I mean SMART. Thank you, Homer. Yeah, so that's Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Another one, which I thought was funny, I think his name was William Holt, or William Walt. It's in my phone, haven't got it, but he was the Prime Minister of Australia.
Oh yeah, no, I know this one.
There you
Just
go.
went out fucking surfing and just disappeared.
No, it wasn't even that he was surfing.
No.
1966, he became Prime Minister. Next year, went out, he was doing something with some friends, and
Yeah.
they decided on the way back, we're going to go for a swim. We got some time.
Yeah.
Before we do a barbecue. I'm sure it was a barbecue. And they were doing
Was
it.
it
But
was fucking Australia, mate?
it's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some shrimps getting ready to throw them on the
Fucking
barbie. They also had some Barbies they were going to throw on the barbie too.
Nice.
Yeah, they're getting down to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Or whatever the equivalent is down there.
That's a bad idea for you. Don't eat burning plastic.
Toys R Us!
Toys R Us.
That's my Australian accent.
Yeah. That's
Oh, Toys R Us! Toys R Us, mate!
I'm not fucking allowing this car.
Crikey, mate!
No.
Now what we're going to do,
No,
I'm
Carl.
going to shove my thumb up his butthole. That should really piss him off.
Up his butthole.
Alright, here we go. Crikey, it's in there. Oh, he's angry now.
I love that episode.
The fuck was I talking about again now?
I don't know, buttholes.
Yeah.
But
No, but, oh yeah, so yes, the Australian guy, the Prime Minister,
Yes.
1966.
William Holt.
Next year, 1967, goes for a swim with his fellows. And then he wants to show off because he's such a good swimmer. And he swims far out. And they tell him after a bit, they're like, come back in. And I'm like, no, I can go further. Pushes it, gets caught in the undercurrent and pulled away.
Fucking hell.
Never find his buddy.
Yeah.
Never find his booty.
Well, there's fucking sharks and saltwater crocodiles out there as well. Just
Yeah.
happily going about their biznatch.
Yep,
You know.
all about that business.
Yeah. They can chow down that motherfucker very happily.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he's out there and he's unconscious, he's basically just food.
Yep.
He's fish bait.
And not even bait. He's just fish food. Like you
Yeah.
said, he's like a free meal that's just been left on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Not even that, like, not even saying if you're walking down the street and you see like some food on the floor.
Yeah.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
With it for a shark or something, it's like walking down the street and all of a sudden there's a lovely heat lamp.
Yeah.
There's a full table set. There's like the best meal ever. Like just sit there like a cordon bleu with free starters and all that crap. And it's on wheels as well.
Yeah.
So you can wheel it home if you want.
Nice.
Heat lamp and all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that.
I said that's what it's like.
Yeah.
A perfect meal set up for you.
God damn, I'm hungry now.
Although the shark does miss out on seeing the life drain out of their eyes, and I think all sharks are psychopaths,
I think
or at least sociopaths.
Yeah. They need that in their lives.
Yeah.
They need to see the blood pour.
Yeah, it's just
And
exactly
the pain happen.
like him,
Yeah.
Mr. Liver King. He looks like
God,
that.
Jesus Christ, he still looks just as terrifying.
He does, man.
There's something really wrong with that guy.
Mm-hmm. He does, man. There's certain people you look at and it's like, yeah, there's something about you.
Yeah. He's got a mix of like all of the psychotic natures of the Duck Dynasty guys.
Yeah, when you said that, I was thinking of the fucking what are they called? I can't remember the Donald Duck and that. No, yeah, Donald Duck who's the duck babies now? Duck children. Yeah, who's the duck children?
DuckTales. Woo!
What was the name for the duck children again?
I can't remember.
It's gonna bother me now. The name they used to call them. Can't be duck babies. That sounds ridiculous. Welcome for the duck babies, duck babies, duck babies.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't make that.
No, they should definitely if they haven't
should
already.
never make that, Carl.
Have you seen what is coming out?
What?
Transformers Beast Wars.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm alright with that.
I should watch the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer for that actually. I'm really looking forward to hearing the sound on this trailer.
Yeah, it's
though.
going to be really cool.
It's going to be really good sound on this.
Yeah.
Be really good.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And it's definitely only the podcast people that won't hear the sound. To them, it will sound like there's no sound.
Yeah.
That's because I'm really good at editing and I've
Yeah.
cut it out completely.
Yeah.
Not that there is no sound. That would be
Oh,
ridiculous.
they've even got the monkey guy.
Oh, Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this. Didn't just listen to a podcast earlier and they mentioned this. This is the one I remember from being young. I always preferred
For millions
Beast
of
Wars.
years, our world has transformed.
there we go. Oh my goodness. So let's just remember as well, these robots are supposed to turn into the things they turn into to hide
Yeah.
in plain sight. How many monkeys do you know that big?
But the original thing, that it was literally set in like ancient times, like in
Why
the
the
Stone
graphics
Age.
look so
era.
bad?
It's because they're not doing the older Michael Bay version anymore. They're doing them based off of the actual cartoons for the transformations now.
It just looks really bad graphics though.
I know.
Well, what happened then?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, they're a lot smarter then now.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, the
Just killed
machines
that
are able
police
to...
officer.
Yeah. Yeah, look, why are they huge? How are they hiding at all?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, as I say, in the original fucking
I like
Beast
it.
War stuff was all actual in Stone Age times. That's why it
Oh,
made
I don't
sense.
remember that one. I remember one where they were in real time. Something I was listening to the other day said that they were in the cartoon at one point and went back in time.
Oh.
That might be why. And I also remember them being in the future as well. So these are quite cool, to be fair. But I don't know, the graphics just look really bad. Is it the screen maybe, or?
I don't know. They've
Hopefully-
probably not got enough money. I mean, the thing is,
Might not be finished.
but yeah, but they also like I do wonder if the whole lack of graphics cards and stuff like that is actually affecting like movies now, because it still all
How
uses
do
the
you
same
mean?
architecture. And if they can't get any graphical updates and graphics card updates, they are stuck behind just as much as everyone else is.
Wait, what? Is there a graphics card shortage?
Yeah, that's the reason why PlayStation 5s are so expensive and Xboxes are so expensive.
Ah, okay.
Like your average graphics card,
Oh.
a decent one, runs you well over $1,000 now. Like it's.
Actually, I think you
stupid.
mentioned this before,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, no, there's no reason for this. Because they come from Taiwan.
There's a reason for it. It's like I said last time, it's Bitcoin mining.
Oh, so the reason is they've been
That's
hoovered
how
up
you
by
mine.
someone else.
That's how you mine
Yeah.
bitcoins, is by using a graphics card to
So-
run a bitcoining program.
So it's not as if there's a
Bitcoin mining
shortage,
program.
like, as far as not enough graphics cards being made suddenly.
Yeah.
Well, there
because-
is. But there's just, the ones that were always being made are now being hoovered up by people that want a
Yeah.
Bitcoin farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. And like
And that's a popular thing as well already, and the
it's
Bitcoin stuff.
fucking it's serious business.
Yeah, man.
Even though it's crashed, it's still serious business because it will rise up again. The thing is, if
that's
you
one
want
thing.
to get into fucking bitcoins, just wait till everyone says it's shit and you shouldn't buy Bitcoin.
Then buy it.
That's when you buy it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand why people all get into shit right at the last minute. It's like, oh, Bitcoin's now worth fucking thousands. Well, don't buy that then, you fucking idiot.
That's supposed to be the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
And those people, the reason I'm assuming they're buying it is because they think it's going to continue to go up. You know, the trend is going to keep
I
going
mean, it
up.
will
Otherwise,
eventually.
why would you?
It will eventually, in some way, but it will
May
also
not.
crash at some point, and it will keep going up and down and up and down and up
yeah.
and down. But if you want to make money off of it, then you buy
cheap.
low, you sell high. You don't buy when everyone else is going, look how fucking expensive all of these have become because they've shot up in value because everyone's buying them. That's the worst time to buy it. What is wrong with you people? Do you not understand this shit?
Maybe
It's
not.
like when fucking NFTs came out. NFTs were basically all started by a bunch of people on the internet who were like, how are we going to make our Ethereum more expensive? Oh, we'll tie it to all these
Is
stupid...
this like is that another crypto thing?
Yeah, that's another cryptocurrency. And it's like, oh, we'll tie them all to these stupid fucking pictures and then they'll be worth that amount of money on the picture. And then they became worth even more than the Ethereum that was used to power these fucking pictures.
They are just like essentially
It's
like...
a scam, and these people all got together and said we're going to make money off of this stuff, and only if you were part of that group did you actually make the fucking big bucks.
I don't think you can necessarily say it is a scam though, because when it comes to NFTs, they're saying to you, you can buy this like, just, if I'm correct, like it's an NFT is like a little, essentially like a picture or an animation, like some little piece of art that you're buying a digital one.
And I know it's fun. Everyone goes, but you can just copy and paste it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that what it is though?
Yeah, you just own like the digital.
The idea is you're
rights
supposed
to
to
it.
own it.
Yeah, which you don't.
Well, you in the
You
sense,
do in
you
a
could copy. If somebody put it on their thing, you could like sue them.
Not
in theory.
Not really in theory, because like a load of people bought an NFT version of a fucking Dune book, and they were like,
exactly the same though.
No, but they were like, oh well, that gives us the right to write all to the canon franchise of the Dune books, and we're going to make games and book series. It's like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
you own
give
an
you the copyright
NFT
of it all.
of that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But this is.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
Yeah,
though.
but that's the thing. What do they own, Carl? If
Just
they
the
don't
picture?
own, but if they don't own the copyright, what do they own?
Well, I think to that picture they do. They own the copyright of it.
Yeah, but everyone else can just own a book of it. So what do they own?
The picture?
No, but they can own a copy of that book.
What book? I'm on about a picture.
Dune. Yeah,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but that's an NFT. So in that term, what do they own? They own nothing.
Well, they own
They just
picture.
own a picture of a book.
Yeah, the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
what do
that's what I'm
all
saying.
of, so let's boil that down to every other NFT. What do you own?
A picture.
A picture.
Yeah.
But it's not the actual picture, because anyone can go and look at the picture. So you don't really own anything
Well,
apart from the
but-
license to say, look, I own this picture. You are basically sat there
Hold on,
holding
you
a
could say the
digital-
same thing about if you had a painting and then you put it in a museum for everybody to come and see, then say you don't own it because everybody's coming to look at it.
No, but you
know what I mean, though?
Yeah, but the thing is, they have to go and look at it there. You're getting something from that to a certain extent. You can take it away whenever you want.
It's a hobo museum.
It's still yours. You can put that away and lock it in a cupboard if you want. And no one will ever see it again. That's yours. You can't do that with an NFT. People have already copied and pasted it, and it exists everywhere in the world.
Oh, so before okay, if
They
it's
don't
before
own-
you bought it.
Yeah, but they don't own a copyright. They don't own anything.
Yeah.
All they own is just a ticket that says, I am rich enough to have bought something that I don't own here. That's all it is. It's
So
just
it's
a
like-
token
it's
of
like
like,
saying
look
the,
what I have. It's digital bragging rights. The
So you're saying
fucking
it gives you no
real
legal
world.
right?
None.
So if you could say you probably say if you can't sue them, then no, you don't own it really in
Not
any
really,
manner.
no.
But if you, I assumed it would be you'd have the rights to that specific. Break
like-
it down like it's like a picture is like just
Yeah,
a
but
load of code on a computer, and it's
yeah, but it's like all the Bored Ape shit that
What?
happened. The Bored Apes.
Bored Ape.
You know that sort of stupid picture of an ape that's a cartoon that went around everywhere.
No.
You must have known the Bored Ape. Hang on.
Okay. Probably one of those things. Yeah, I'll know what you mean when you say it when I see it. But
That guy.
Vaguely, not fully, you know.
Yeah, well, that's been around everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why is because there was one original Bored Ape, and then they started coming out with what were called mutations for NFTs, which when you attach them to the other Bored Ape, turned them into a new, sparkly, different kind of Bored Ape.
Oh, okay.
Like a fucking, loot box gone to real life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And...
kind of real life, ain't it?
Yeah,
still,
but that was all they got. That's all they got, was just that. And the people who made the Bored Ape still own the copyright rights to the Bored Ape. You don't just get to go and make a Bored Ape thing.
Yeah, if you're saying to them like that you own that outright and then they don't, then that's a scam. Yeah. If they're telling you outright straight away, like that you don't own it, then it's not a scam. It's just people buying it dumb.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? Like, that's.
But in some ways, is that not just a scam with
Well, if you're being
more
completely
stupidity, like you're still taking advantage of these people.
Yeah, you are, because that's your intention. But at the same time, you're being completely outright insane. Like a scam implies, that you're tricking them. But you're not. You're literally saying
but it is essentially a pyramid scheme. That's
which
what
one's the pyramid scheme?
Pyramid scheme is where the first people buy in, and then the investment from the next layer pays for their money, and then the investment from the next layer pays for the money of theirs and the next layer up from them, and so on and so on and so on, until you get to the point where there's a layer where people aren't making money, and instead they're paying money into a system that doesn't make them money, but instead just pays the people all the way down at the bottom of the funnel or the pyramid or top.
Could you not say the same thing about like shares in a business?
Absolutely, you could, but the difference is with a pyramid.
I was also generally asking that because I'm
with a business, like there's usually things like stocks and shares and things that come out, and there's a monetary value, and you can calculate the amount of money that is earned by the company because they are producing a product of something.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
Whilst a pyramid scheme is literally a pyramid scheme is literally just based off of the amount of money that we get from the next group of fools. Will pay for the money that we got from the last group of fools.
I see what you're saying. Like when you look at it from like
they pay interest by stealing more money from more idiots, basically.
But it's also like a kind of thing. Like, is it like like with diamonds, how they can just kind of decide in a way like how much they want these diamonds to be worth.
It's kind of like that, but on that level at least they own a product that they are actually selling, and they are they're controlling the value of it.
That is just a rock though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're selling for like thousands and thousands.
Yeah, and they've got shitloads of them, and they are directly controlling the flow of those.
That seems like the same thing to me. Like if
it's remarkable.
NFTs are a scam, then diamonds are, and to be fair, as I say this, I do consider diamonds a scam, so okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I do consider NFTs a scam.
Diamonds are a bit of a scam. They are, but at least you still get something from it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like you still get a diamond.
Well, to be fair, they're not honest about it though, actually.
No, they're not. But neither are the fucking NFT bros, because they said everyone's going to make a shitload of money off this. It's going to be the future. We're going to have the metaverse. No, we don't.
You do still get a product kind of with the NFTs though, because you get that picture. Like it's like buying a poster. Because I buy a poster, it doesn't mean I have the copyright to that picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah. But that's the thing. Like, if you're just owning a poster, then why would you spend thousands of fucking pounds on it?
Yeah. At the same time, if you're buying a rock, so why would you buy? Pay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just there's so many fucking dumb things that people spend money on.
I didn't realise that with NFTs. I thought it was a legitimate, like you buy this digital file, and which is a picture, and digital files are made of code, aren't they? So I assumed you owned the copyright to that code.
No, not really. You own the right to resell that picture of that code.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand why you say it's more like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. It's so
that's what you
fucking dumb.
That's what you actually buying the right to sell it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you got.
It's like buying money. Then.
And that's the thing. Is like everyone was like,
that makes sense. Yeah, it's literally like buying money, isn't it?
Yeah, because people bought like Bored Apes when they were like $50 a piece. And then they sold for like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And then people bought them for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then all of a sudden, the ape market dropped out and someone lost like £100 million on one single Bored Ape thing. It's like, what is wrong with you fucking like imbeciles, man?
Yeah, I was going to say that's...
They don't deserve this money. Like this is the other thing though.
Like the companies or
no, these idiots buying these NFTs at these
okay.
inflated prices. Like I get why they're getting scammed because they are so stupid and they have such a huge amount of money that they don't deserve.
As long as they're the ones getting scammed anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just when it hurts people who like are common normal people who are like, I'm going to buy this NFT that's worth a couple of grand and it's going to be worth hundreds of thousands in the future. It's like, no, you're not, because the bottom of the NFT grift has already fucking fallen out.
Well, hopefully I was about to say that it'd be like, I reckon if anyone's going to get caught with that stuff, you know, like it would be like older people. I can imagine. Yeah. Older people that, you know, like. Say my mum in like 5 years, for example, that no technology. Yeah. It's not crazy to them. They're still quite, or can be quite technologically literate. Yeah. Yeah.
But they think, oh look, there's this thing. Oh, and it's a good investment.
Yeah, someone talks it into them, you know.
So one of the things I did want to invest in, but I keep seeing adverts for it, so it's probably a terrible thing to invest in.
Okay.
Honestly, if you ever see anyone advertising for something to invest in, that usually means that they're making a fucking bomb off of you because they've got enough money to advertise it on the side. You don't want to be fucking, you know, investing in that shit. You want to be investing in something where people don't necessarily know about it and it makes a fucking fortune.
Yeah, because you want to get it just before it pops.
Yeah. Yeah. But whiskey barrels is genuinely something you can earn a lot of money on. You can buy a whiskey barrel for like a couple of grand. And in 50 years' time, it'll be worth like hundreds of thousands.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Know, because it just, over the time it matures, it gains value and value and value and value to the point where it's fucking ludicrous.
So it's quite funny how like that kind of shows how people everywhere think more about now rather than the future. Yeah. Because like people like selling that rather than keeping it, or like or you know, like pubs, you know, don't want it. Yeah. Even though it makes sense for them, like because in the sense that it's 50 years in the future, it's not going to affect most people buying it. Yeah. I
mean, the thing is, if you've got a good eye for cars, you can become a fucking millionaire just by owning the right one and not selling it. It's like there was a time when the Jaguar...
Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Was the Jaguar... Was it the R... No, it was... The J... Was it the J-Type? I can't remember what it was. There's this one with a really long, sleek bonnet, right? And for ages,
lovely sleek body.
Yeah, for ages they were fucking dirt. You could buy them for about 20 grand a pop. And the reason why is because they were shit boxes and they fell apart and they weren't very, you know, good and all that kind of stuff. But they were lovely cars and they were beautiful. Yeah. The people who kept hold of them and fixed them up and made them keep working got a fucking big payday, because now they're worth £500,000.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's your retirement sorted, because you kept a car, you know?
To be fair, I know a few people that and stuff like I know someone who, over the pandemic, when they lost their job, they got redundancy, but they still managed to make a lot of money because old Pokemon cards that they have, they didn't realise how rare they could be.
And how expensive they become.
Yeah. And a few things as well, like he was able to buy a few on eBay from people that obviously didn't realise how rare they were as well. That's sneaky.
That's the, you know, you can make a fucking fortune if you know where to look.
That's Logan Paul, man.
Yeah.
He just sold that fucking his Pokemon card. No, did he buy it? Didn't he?
I've got a load of Pokemon cards somewhere that I haven't looked for ages.
Should have a sale of them. Yeah. Should have a look through. And if you're not going to sell them, then well, you might as well prepare to have children, because there's no other reason.
I've got no interest in Pokemon. I will sell those cards.
I have no interest in never having children.
No,
fuck that shit.
The Pokemon thing, I never really got that far into. I enjoyed the games when I was a kid. Yeah. Up to Silver. Silver was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I played all through them all.
After that, once I got into the DS stuff,
I never really got into the DS stuff. No. I only really went along with the Game Boy stuff too.
I got a DS while I was in university because everyone else had one. They were like, "Oh, it's brilliant," and I kind of enjoyed it. But
I had me and my brother, like, we always had, like, with red and what were the first ones?
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
And then there was yellow after that as well.
Yeah, so with red and blue,
occasionally you could actually get a cartridge of green, I think, or was that?
I think that's the newest thing.
Yeah, that's the advanced one.
Yeah.
They had green and red in that one, didn't they? Yeah.
So with red and blue, me and my brother had one of each. I had red, he had blue.
Yeah.
And then when yellow came out, we each had a yellow.
Yeah.
And then when gold and silver came out, I had gold and he had silver.
Oh, I had silver, you see.
And then crystal, I think, was the next one. On that.
Did I ever get crystal? I think I did get crystal.
Oh, well, I was looking at that as like the yellow of that one.
Yeah.
You know, different little trilogies.
I mean, it's
That's when I stopped after that. I had one Pokemon that I took through every game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Zapdos.
That's
It
cool.
became a beast in the end.
I had a level like 100 Lugia that my friend gave me at one point.
Mm.
That was ludicrous. I just walked through the game, just pressing kill whenever I wanted to.
I love the joke. You had to be a certain.
Oh, it didn't matter
Level.
because he was so massively overpowered to everything else. He'd just sit there and take the damage and eventually just kill them himself.
Got ya.
Shit.
Like, and that Zapdos, I think, only ever got to like a 97 or something like that. I know he never got to 100,
Yeah.
but I never used like a single rare candy on it. Where you just up the things. You get stronger if you do it all up properly.
Yeah. There's people who get weirdly into the meta.
Yeah.
Because like there's all the hidden points and stuff like that you can do, and like fighting certain types of creatures, it increases your EVs in a different way to if you do it in a different way, and
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah.
When the EV is in the Pokemon.
No.
Oh.
EV is a different thing as well. Literally, there's EV, the Pokemon,
Yeah.
and then there's literally EV,
Oh, the letters.
the letters,
Okay.
and those are like extra values or something like that, and like by fighting things that are quicker you'll get faster, by fighting things that are stronger you'll get stronger, and things like that, and like you've got to fight specific things to boost your EVs in a different way to give you like the
different
ultimate meta later
Yeah, I
on
never
down the
even
line.
knew about any of that.
Yeah, and then they add in temperaments later on after that, so if you've got the wrong temperament mixed with the wrong EV, then it's all a big problem. And then there's shinies on top of that, so you can get shiny hunting versions of the previous versions of the Pokemon.
You can get shiny Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, you have to
In the
kinda
game.
Yeah, that kills it.
Yeah.
That'd be one of those things where if I had that in like a game that I was playing and you could turn it off, I turn it off every time.
Yeah.
Even if it's supposed to be more powerful.
Yeah. It's annoying, man. Like, but like the Pokemon people, the people who play the games, fucking love it.
Yeah.
They love it every single time, and they go shiny hunting every single time. And
Well, the ones that are left love it.
Yeah,
Or the ones that don't, so they're just gone.
yeah, but you got to remember, mate. There's always new kids playing Pokemon.
Yeah, like
They get into the cards, and then they get into
Yeah.
the game, or then they get into the game, and
Kinda
then they
makes
get
you
into
stick
the
around.
cards, and then they get into the anime, and the anime gets into the. It's just
Can I manage to stick around for so long?
yeah.
Even my kids, just by chance now, or not from anything of me doing, are more into anime, especially the older one,
Yeah.
like Naruto.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Naruto, apart from the what is it, Five Fingers of Death, or Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch, things like that. Basically, puts his. I'll describe this for audio listeners
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Puts his hand together,
Yeah.
like it's praying.
Yeah. Okay.
Crosses over the little one, whatever the one next to that is,
Yeah.
the ring finger.
Yeah.
So you got like a kind of gun with both fingers,
Yeah.
ready to go shoot. What you're actually gonna do, you run up, you thrust it upwards, poke them in the butt,
That's terrifying.
and they die.
That's so brutal.
It's a special move. It's like a
That's so
Kamehameha.
good. That's fucking brilliant.
In Dragon Ball, you have Kamehameha, blast them.
In this one, he just
In
fucking
this one,
penetrates you to shock you to
penetrate
death.
their ass and still blast them. Finger blast.
The only like two animes that I've ever really got on with, anime series this is, like,
Right.
is
Trivia. What's the comic book version called?
manga.
Aye.
Yeah.
You done it.
Yeah. No, yeah. The only two that I really got anywhere with, one was called Space Dandy, which is just it's just about this ridiculous fucking story of this guy who looks like a space version of fucking Elvis, running around the place thinking that he's like Johnny Bravo in space. Yeah.
Yeah, that was originally supposed to be an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah.
When they originally pitched the idea for Johnny Bravo,
Oh, God.
it was an Elvis impersonator.
That's
I think there was a
fucking
group of
genius.
them actually,
Yeah.
and it became one.
But like he's like that, and like half of the episodes they end up dying at the end, and then the next episode everything's fine, and they just keep going with the story. It's fun.
That
I love
works.
it. It just doesn't give a fuck. And then the next one is One Punch Man. I love One Punch Man. One Punch Man is such a fucking great, like tearing apart of all of the things that are ridiculous about anime movies and anime series, because it's like the power level you get to at the end of an anime series of Dragon Ball, he has right at the start, and it just means everything that comes near him is a fucking joke.
He just doesn't want to try most of the time.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Like, what did you do? I did 50 push-ups every day, and 100 push-ups every day, and 100 sit-ups.
Trying to find it. This is the guy I say is like the.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this?
No, I think you might have shown me before, but I'm willing to give it a fucking watch.
Yeah, it's a wrestling version of One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Just never tries. And when he does, he's a badass. Well, on here apparently. Where's a good bit? It's hard to I'll just click the top thing that says best bits and we'll see what happens. Best top 10.
Fucking Cassidy, what a fucking name.
Best friends. Whomp, 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 whomp. Actually, no, he doesn't use that anymore. He uses some known song, I forget what it is. Come back to me.
Well, let's fucking watch anyway. Oof, that is an elderly, out of shape wrestler right there.
That's Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
He is not what he used to be.
He's gotten in better shape again.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of the fat and he's got abs and shit now.
Oh.
He has done better, but he's still old and I don't think he's going to last too long. This is the most movie I've ever seen this guy do. Jericho looks so scared of man not moving. Okay, yeah, I need a different bit. He's doing too much here. Why are they showing this as the best moments? That what they're just doing bits. Oh look, yeah, see they're showing bits when he's actually trying. Still wearing his sunglasses though. There he goes, look. And that's how he won. No, he didn't really. I don't remember actually. I hope not. Oh goodness. This company is too dangerous sometimes though, I don't like it. What's going on there? Okay, it's silly. There we go, that's a bit better. He's wearing his jacket at least now. Do you know who that is? That's John Moxley, used to be Dean Ambrose in WWE. Because you're doing it. Oh god. Oh, that was crap. Right, what? These are terrible moments. This is fucking horrendous. What is going on here? Top moments.
It's not showing it in the best light, I'll be honest, mate.
Yeah, these are not the top moments. Top moves. Okay, let's have a look at these more maybe. Those moves aren't particularly what I like either. I am more of a fan of his. What? Oh, I thought you called me a name then.
What?
I thought you called me it was an offensive name.
Oh.
Not offensive to me, but offensive to the people.
Oh.
To the people.
To the people.
I will tell you what people, but then I'd be offending them. And I don't know a name to use that's nice. Try hard mode activated. This might be what I was looking for the whole time. The main thing. Oh no, okay. This is where they show the top moves, but this is just him putting his hands in his pocket in particular. Billy Gunn, if you remember him. Ass man. Alright, enough hands in your pocket now. Jesus. God. How many times he's putting his hands in his pocket? Okay. He's very good at it, look. Doing a kick up with his hands in his pocket and the sunglasses on. Vertical suplex with no, I haven't seen this one. Couldn't even see it though. Couldn't even see him doing it. Yeah, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good either. These are not very good. That's quite good. Really, that's hard to do, man.
Give him a few years, and this guy will be a fucking movie star.
He's 34 already.
Yeah, but he'll be like a Jean-Claude Van Damme style movie star. He won't last very long, but he'll make a lot of very fun movies on the way.
They would be fun.
Yeah.
Just doing this gimmick the whole time.
Just acrobatic as fuck, jumping about the place, looking like a cool badass guy.
It's funny how long he's been doing this though, and it's still funny. Like, I'm not even a big fan of a lot of comedy wrestling.
Yeah.
But I still find him funny, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Isn't that Stun Dog Million, like, that's just a move. There's nothing funny about that. Or that, I think. Oh, I wanted to see the kicks. He's letting me down. Oh, fucking, I wouldn't do that. That's not a good one.
It's fucking weird, man.
It's One Punch Man. Oh, yeah. There we go. The devastating kicks. This is what it was all for.
Okay.
These are brutal. You know what I mean? You shouldn't even be allowed to show that. For anyone only listening, I'm showing him brutal kicks from a wrestler. Damaging, aren't they?
It's so terrible.
Huh? Look at him doing it to an old man. Look at him.
It's fucking aggressive.
Yeah, man, he's doing that to an old man. How dare he? Oh, somebody killed the fun then. You probably can't hear it, but the crowd regularly shout, "Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!" I hate them too, though. That's enough. I don't want anything to put them in a good light.
Oh, there we go. Right,
I'm
what's
sorry.
the
I'm sorry for pulling out
Oh
that
shit!
thing then.
It's later than I thought.
Oh shit! It is. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the old
Stoppery do.
stoppery do.
Okay, well that works even better then, because I'll just cut that last bit out.
So you don't have to have them in the fucking video at all.
Well, just no, but it'll probably get copyrighted anyway if I leave it on there. But then again, it's already on that YouTube thing. Now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose nobody really cares about it's the end anyway. But they won't see the plugs for definite if I leave that on there most likely.
That's true.
So I take it out.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably about I said 2:30 off on it.
Yeah.
Cut for end /AEW. Okay. So then plugs.
Plugs. Post-apocalyptic military house.
That was an amazing, and that's always what it's called as well with the burp.
Yeah, it is. I don't always pronounce it that way.
Yeah, you first time you've been able to pronounce it that way.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. Just try and do it every single time
Just
from
try.
now on.
It's hard, yeah, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Yeah, that's available.
Post-apocalyptic burp
Treehouse. That's available on SoundCloud.
Post-apocalyptic treehouse available on post-apocalyptic treehouse.
Yeah, it's available on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, as I said before.
It says it right here at Deadman Dancing. This has done the whole time. I don't know what's showing you that, but I've got that on there now.
It's going to be on there, nice. And then we've also got, what do you call it? Ad Breaker. That's still coming out at some point. Although...
Oh, you would see it. Only get the Steam one.
I will get more on that, trust me.
Yeah, you will.
I've got to get more writing done. Until then, I'm not going to be anywhere live. What about you, Carl? What are you up to? What you got going on?
Well, I don't have any gigs actually set up at the moment. I'm probably going to be doing more gigs after Christmas.
Yeah.
As it goes at the moment.
That's
New
sort of
Year.
what I'm aiming for. Is like January probably.
I might start doing some I'm happy to do some, just haven't got any booked in at the moment, but I'm getting back in. That's where my mind's going to more. But also, at the same time, because I love it, the podcast as usual.
Yeah.
Many episodes of Ktwc Comedy available, as always, already on YouTube in video format.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
Yeah, that's the energy he always brings to the podcast. They don't worry, he has that energy and less
Yes. At all times.
at all times. Apart from when he doesn't.
Yeah.
But other than that, at all times.
At all times. I just hide it well.
Yeah. So that's available on Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple,
Yeah.
Podbean,
Yeah.
Pod Addict, other places.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on loads of places.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
available on all them. And also the In Your House Comedian Podcast, where I interview different comedians every single time. Got ones with Liam Feldman, Just P. Gerbsheim, Mark Lee, and also the most recent one that you might see on there, an interview with an illegal street artist, the Hula Man himself. I had to block out his identity because he's a naughty, naughty boy.
Yeah.
And also available right now, which has got a few views in a few days compared to some of the others, is the murder of Jeffrey Epstein.
Everyone likes talking about Jeffrey.
That's true.
It's
That's
just a fact.
Mhm.
If you talk about Jeffrey Epstein, people are going to get involved.
If you don't want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein, that's because you was on the island with Jeffrey Epstein.
You fucking
Yeah. You got Love Island and Jeffrey Epstein's Island. That's the only two islands that exist. I suppose they both were some kind of love. Yeah. Love Island 1, Love Island 2.
Yeah.
Epstein's was the original Love Island, though. To be
It
fair.
was the original. It was the classier one as well of the two.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally.
To be fair, when you watch Love Island, which I have done, you might be right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the craziest thing.
No.
Because, that program, they have no class.
None at all. Literally zero class.
What does Love Island and July have in common? Or August?
I don't know. What.
There's no class.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh, hey-oh.
Daylight come and we wanna make jokes.
Eh.
Me said that, me said that, me said that.
Daylight come and it's time to go home. Kill them, we come, we come, we come, we're time to kill them with comedy.
Woo. Yeah.
There you go.